This podcast about crystals of sugar.
Yo, skirt bag! Welcome back into this podcast where we're talking about crystals of meth today. How are you doing?
Dude, I've only had sugar today that's crystallized.
Crystallized sugar, that's not bad. Nah, it probably is bad still, I guess. I don't know. You don't want to say anything? Johnny's just sitting here not saying anything.
Hey, no,
I can see him moving around. But he's just staring at me.
You were frozen for the longest of times. I wasn't frozen for that?
No, you weren't. Your head was moving. I could see you blinking. You're fucking looking at me and shit.
Dude, you were frozen like this.
Hey, that's a good shot.
And then I was like, it was a long freeze. It was like, all right, are we going to have to restart this? Or am I just going to like come back to Kenny like podcasting? I came back to Kenny podcasting.
Yeah, straight back to the pod, bro. Keeping it a beam. We just roll right through these technical difficulties like nothing to happen.
Yeah, we really do, dude. And you know what? It's just like the most rawest form of the podcast that you can get.
Yeah.
Like, we're not editing nothing, dude. This is the true us.
I listened to this one podcast. I just started it. It's this lady. Her name's Diana Rogers. And she was like, oh, I lied. She does record her episodes ahead of time, but that's not the one that I was thinking of. I was actually, me and Lex listened to Call Her Daddy today. Lil Dicky was on there, and they're like, yeah, like new season's out, and they're like, well, we're recording this one like a couple months in advance, so the season's not out yet. And Lil Dicky's like, no, but when you hear it, it's out, and it's best season yet.
Dude, they're off to a great start.
Yeah, it was good, dude. It was really funny. Like right off the bat, it was like instantly into like his personality. Like she asked him like if he wanted to be called Dave or Lil Dicky. And then like after like a little intro, he was just like, yeah, I really like the place in here. Like I really love these colors. Like I'm not just like saying this because I'm here. Like if I were to buy a house, I would want this color to be like in my house. And she's like, yeah, like I like mimicked it like after my closet. Like this is my closet color. Blah blah blah. It took me so long to find. She was like, dude, I'll have like somebody like send you over like the shade that it is. And he was like, dude, yeah. And I said to Lex, I was like, dude, Dave has to be like the easiest podcast guest because like he'll just hop on and just start talking, and he's just like such like a genuine dude.
Just dude, I feel like he's like a real easy guy to talk to too, like outside of like interviews and stuff.
Yeah,
like, he probably holds the conversation so well.
I would like to go back and listen to the whole thing because like we listened to it on the way home from the doctors today, but then I started working, I didn't listen to it. It was pretty good, dude. It was interesting to see like his background and like, did you know he had an older brother?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so the girl who's running Call Her Daddy, she was like, when he said that, she was like, oh, like, you give off like big, like only child vibes. And
yeah,
like,
he really does.
I know, I do.
I've never thought about it that way, but he really does give like only child vibes.
I was like, that's like literally
that's
the best
spot
on description. No, it was good. They talked about like his dick and like his childhood and his upbringing and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. Not too shabby.
His whole story about how he like pretty much had a corporate job locked down and was just like, fuck this isn't fulfilling, and then like pretty much bet his life on his dream, and it turned out is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like somebody who had no security and like was like trying to make it out of that. Like he had security and like left that to risk like financially just a life. It's dope.
It's really funny though because he was talking about like growing up, and he was like, like as a person, like I'm like extremely risk averse. Like I like try to avoid risk. So like I wouldn't put myself in certain situations. Blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, but you literally quit like a solid 9 to 5 to pursue a rap career.
Yeah, that's like a huge risk.
Yeah. But no, it was good. It was good. I have to go back and listen to the rest of it. And it was cool. He said, he was like, yeah, once I started like kind of working in the rap industry, like I kind of realized that like just like the like makeup of my life and everything around me is like pretty comedic. So it wouldn't be bad to like make a show around it. And it's not like his life, like scene for scene. It's just like loosely based off of it, like some of the events and stuff.
Did he talk about dropping any music anytime soon?
Nah, I only listened to like the first like 25 minutes. Maybe more.
I wonder if he's like, because I mean, dude, he pretty much like came out and did like professional rapper and all that, and like hasn't put out any music since then. So like a lot of people are always just like, yo, like love what you're doing with the show and stuff, but I really actually like your music, and I wonder if he like kind of looks at his music as like this comedic thing, but like there are some people out there that actually like him for his music.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll ever do like stand up. Probably
No,
not.
he would be a great stand up comic, dude.
His crowd work would be money. He would have good he would have good sets, but he would do good crowd work because he could talk to anybody and like bust on anybody. But he was saying, he was like, dude, like I think of myself as like a comedian, almost like first and foremost, like that obviously like comes out through my rap and through my show, but like more than anything, I'm a comedian. Like that's what I like to do most, you know. It's like I get the most joy from making other people laugh. So like, you know, at heart, I'm a comedian. He's like, and I can do that until I'm old. He's like, maybe I could be rapping until I'm 50. It's like, well, you haven't been rapping for the last 5 years, so.
But he's like, in his like music and his rap, his technical ability is there and probably always will be. It's like he can just use like rap as like an outlet for comedy, which is a lot of people can't do shit like that because it's the reverse way around, where like they can't just go into their bag like that and be like, okay, I'm gonna rap, now I'm gonna be a comedian, now I'm gonna do a show, and I'm gonna do this. It's like very few entertainers in the rap industry do that, like Donald Glover and Childish Gambino. Yeah. Like he's the only other guy I can think of that's like on Lil Dicky's level of like having so many different types of outlets and be like so successful in them.
Except for J. Cole, dude, he's a basketball player.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd be a fire like movie director too, because he's just got like the creativity and the vision to like put his mind to do projects like that.
Yeah, I could see him being like a really good like assistant director.
Yeah, or on like a TV show that he like co-wrote or something like that.
Yeah, or like some kind of music.
I feel like he's got to have like his hand in like the creation of like the story and just like because he's just like a great storyteller too, and he's shown like he can do that even like on his old school like mixtape beats to like newer generation hip hop beats of today with like heavy 808s and stuff. Like he's willing to adapt and like create art that's like with the time too.
Who do you think's the best rapper of all time?
Like. Are we speaking like technicality and like the rapping ability, or like are we talking about like their catalog of music? Like how are you basing it on?
I don't know, dude. That's just the question that I was asked or that I saw was who's the best rapper of all time?
Best rapper of all time. So I feel like everybody's obviously biased to some degree, and that's why that's why this question is never like there's no settled. Solid answer to this question, right? And obviously like music's still going, so like the GOAT could not even be born for another 15 years.
Or it could be you.
Bro, I am the GOAT, son.
Yeah.
No, but dude, if I had to say that right now, I'd probably say J. Cole. Like I feel like I have to, because there's just like I look at J. Cole as like the modern day rap Bob Marley.
He does look like Bob Marley a little bit.
Well, that too, but like his music is just like
and the baggy fits.
Like Bob Marley's reggae music is like today you look back, it's like classic reggae, and I think J. Cole's music in like 25, 30 years from now is going to be in the same sort of like feeling.
You're probably right. I think it's Lil Wayne for me.
Yeah, we went on a huge, like, old school Lil Wayne kick when we drove to Myrtle last weekend, dude, with, like, an hour and a half of straight up Lil Wayne, and it was great.
And, like, that's the thing, like, if you really think about Wayne's discography, bro, like, there's nobody that can hang with him in a versus, I don't think. He's just too deep, bro. He's got too many songs that are straight bangers, and then, like, think about all the mixtapes that he put out, and just, like...
Dude puts out a lot of music, too.
Every song was just filled with bars. Like, they're not all, like, deep. A lot of them are just, like, him having fun spitting, but, like, it's still bars, and the wordplay is nice as fuck. And, like...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like top to bottom, like, his entire career, everything that he has is, like...
I think Wayne is, like, definitely a top 3 candidate. I think he's got the best, like metaphor game. Like I think his metaphors, like even not saying like deep metaphors, but like just the definition of a metaphor. Like he uses that so well. Like it could be a simple bar, but like it's still just like a connecting metaphor on like what he says or like every line that he says, and it's like Yeah, nobody else is doing shit like that. But I think J. Cole's got like more of like he's got that, he's got the cadence. He can hop on like any song and not sound the same. Like he can do a little bit of singing, which I know Wayne can do too, but
yeah,
like
dude, Wayne had a rock
Wayne
song.
uses a lot of auto-tune too, and I feel like
Is
Cole
it
obviously
prom
doesn't.
queen, prom queen.
Oh yeah, dude, Wayne's nice on a guitar too. Like he don't fuck around. Like I've seen him do covers of like Blink 182, and that dude shreds. He shreds the guitar.
I think
But
Eminem obviously should be in that conversation.
Eminem's
Like that's my top three. It's Wayne,
probably,
and then Cole and M are 2 and 3, but I don't know who would be on the top. Who would be 2 and who would be 3?
yeah. I mean, some days, listen, dude, you ask me this question some days, and I'll say Eminem, and then other days I'll say J. Cole, and then if I'm feeling crazy and feeling like having like more of an opinion, I'll say like, Drake. You can kind of say Drake is the GOAT based off of like his numbers in the industry and like how many bangers he puts out and how consistent he's been. I know he's not for everyone, but like
dude.
You have to acknowledge it.
Yeah, but a lot of the numbers are fake and just like gnarly dick riders. Like I don't know, dude. Like the
I 100% agree, but like people will always bring that up in the GOAT discussion.
But he's got no influence either. Like nobody's like, oh, I look up to Drake. That's the rapper that I want to be like.
I don't know. I feel like if you asked enough people, you'd probably find a lot. But also, like, I see that where it's like he's kind of just like I feel like the industry of hip hop is just like when somebody thinks about like that, like they just think of like a Drake song. Like I feel like he's not like deep in his bag in like any sort of lane of hip hop. He's just overall.
Honestly, some of his old, like I throw a lot of shade on Drake, but some of his older stuff is nice. Like,
dude, that's the thing. When we were listening to like Wayne, when I was saying we were on our drive to Myrtle Beach, like there are a bunch of old school like Young Money songs with Nicki, Wayne, and Drake, and I was just like, oh my god, dude, like they just don't. I know, right? Like it's good. And, like, they don't rap like this anymore.
Probably, like honestly, probably one of the best rap songs ever is "Forever."
Yes, dude.
Like,
the lineup on that song, oh my
god, murdered their verse.
It was
Drake's
like
on
peak,
there, right?
Yeah, he does like the hook and everything. Andy has a verse, but dude, they fucking every rapper on that song was like peak in their time during that when that song came out, and it was like the best that they verse that they had.
Like Drake was still coming up.
Yeah.
But even then, like
people,
he was still
like,
big.
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like that's the first thing you think of when you think of like Drake
Sprained
bar,
ankle
like
boy,
his
ain't
verse.
nothing to play with.
Yeah, like his verse in that song is insane, dude. That's like I think Wayne had a lot to do with like how Drake's verse was written because that sounds like a Wayne verse when you hear it in Wayne's voice.
That's the other thing. Is like apparently Drake's got a bunch of ghostwriters. So like if that's like true,
yeah, that's pretty whack.
Can't confirm or deny, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got some good. Like I love "In the Morning," and you know Drake's. That pretty much half of that song is his.
Yeah.
But he's got some interesting lines as well. Like he's got that one line out of that one song. It's like, "I love thick women because my aunt she rode equestrian." That's an interesting take, Drake. Interesting take, Drake.
Dude, you know what's funny you say that? Like some of Drake's questionable bars. Like Maggie and I were walking into some store. We were walking around some store the other day, and something about like I think we were in like the mall or something, and we saw like something for like something about Drake being a lesbian or something. I was like, oh, what's that bar he has? Like said that she's a lesbian girl, me too. And then we both just started laughing because of how like ridiculous that bar is.
Yeah, but then he's also got the square root of 69 is 8 some, right? Because I've been trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's an old one, isn't it?
It is old. It gets better when you think of like, yeah, like the square root of 69 is like 8 point something, but then also it's like 8 something, like 8 some pussy.
Yeah,
you're 69 in.
Yeah,
money.
But he doesn't spit like that anymore. I feel
no. I don't know.
Who would you put like? All right, if you had to name 3 like underappreciated rappers, like who would you say? Like who do you think is gonna have their careers and not get like the respect that they deserve?
Flawless. I love Flawless.
That's a good pick. I don't really listen to him
good.
a lot, but I could see like I liked him when I saw him on that show.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of his music, and like it comes on every now and again, and like there are some that I will skip, but every artist has some songs that I will skip, especially like dependent on the mood and stuff.
Yeah.
But I really like him. I think he'll be underappreciated. If I wanted to stay there, I could say D Smoke too, but I won't.
I feel like he's D Smoke is like he won the whole show, right?
Yeah,
Like
but I feel like he
like
hasn't popped off since then.
he hasn't, but I feel like he's still like super early. Like he's gonna be popping in like 4 or 5 years. Like I could see him being like a lot more, like him having one song that just like explodes, and then kind of like with Joey Badass. Like I could see him being a Joey Badass level of rapper at some point.
I was gonna say Joey. Maybe like Benny the Butcher. I think he's
too.
really good. I think he'll go down as a little underappreciated.
You know who I think is low key underappreciated?
Your boy. What's your boy's name?
Which one?
Michi?
Flatbush. Oh yeah, that would be my number one pick. I think Flatbush as a whole.
Yeah, but Michi, like, I think he's probably the best one in that group. So
yeah,
so like obviously, if you were to just pick one, like for me, it would be him. He's really nice. His only thing is like with the raspier shit. Sometimes he's hard to understand.
It's hard to understand. Yeah,
but like if you do know what he's saying, like. You know, if you like listen to the song with your phone in front of you while the lyrics go by, like, hey, maybe we'll have something here.
I've grown to appreciate like listening to music like that, dude, a lot more. That's like the one thing that I love about listening to music on my phone is like a new song will come out and you can literally just click into the lyrics as soon as like you listen to it for the first time. And if you're like in the mood to like sit down and listen to the song and not just like, oh, I'll play this while I do work, or you actually sit there and like listen to it and like give all of your attention to a song, like, and that song is good, like that's the best feeling in the world. Like, oh, this is a banger, dude, like, and you catch all this shit. I went back and did that with a lot of Eminem's music like 2 years ago, and I was like, it kind of gave me like a resurgence of like, because that was Eminem's like peak when everyone was like, oh, Eminem's washed, blah blah blah, and I was like, dude, people just aren't like listening to like the actual bars that he's saying, and it's like, oh, he has that whack like higgity biggity biggity like type of rap, but it's like, no, but he's actually saying shit, and he also he's does actually saying shit. Like, it's like he does a thing when that Wayne does where he's like, I'm just not being serious, like pee on your head like a Phillies cap, like that's a bar, but it's funny.
Or Eminem is like the funny rapper before the funny rappers, but then he got serious.
Yeah, because he got off the drugs.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was like pretty much Eminem was two genuinely different rappers. He was Slim Shady, and then he got sober, and he was Eminem.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I just think about like listening to Eminem, like some old school Eminem on the bus on the way home from school, and just like giggling at the fucking words.
Yeah, dude. You ever hear that song "Fack"?
Fack? No.
Yeah, you've never heard "Fack"?
I don't know.
Oh man, dude, that you like. I'm telling you, if you want to laugh at a song, you need to listen to this song. It's about Eminem shoving a gerbil up his ass through a tube.
Interesting.
Dude, I'm telling you, I heard that when I was in like 8th grade, and I was like, what the fuck is this song, dude? And then like 2 years later, he put out an album where he like, after he got sober, and he was like, he had a bar where he's like, "Fack, fack, fack," and then it cuts, he's like, I put that shit on a greatest hits album. And then he goes, and I do it again, and then he just starts spitting again. Like, he knows he's fucking stupid on a bunch of his songs.
Yeah, he is stupid. Just Lose It was one of the ones I was thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel like that's funny, dude. He's got bars in there about, like, pedophilia, and, like, I know pedophilia itself isn't funny, but it's just funny the way that he fucking words it and raps about it.
Yeah. What do you say? I done touched on everything but little boys. That's not a stab at Michael. That's just a metaphor.
Yeah.
That's a funny-ass song, dude.
And then Shake That, I think is great.
Yeah.
That's the song where he's like, it makes my pee-pee go, but doing. That's Shake That, right?
No, that's The Way You Move It. I ain't never seen an ass like that.
Oh, yeah, ass like that.
Just Lose It is the one where he's like, just lose it. Just lose it.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
That old school Eminem is like my favorite because it's just so fun. But like his new shit is good. His new shit's straight bars.
It is bars, dude.
Music to Be Murdered By is like
such an
bars on top of bars. The
underappreciated
whole thing,
album,
top to
dude.
bottom.
And then he came out
agree.
with a side B. Have you listened to the side B version?
I think I have. I'll have to make sure that I get to it if I have.
That's like one of the albums I have fully downloaded on my phone, so I can listen to music on the plane, dude. And that's like my go-to plane album when I like get on the plane. I'll listen to like Mac through the airport, and then when I get on the plane, I'll put on some Eminem and just like read it and listen, and it kills like an hour of time, 2 hours of time, and I'm just like catching all of his bars that I like go over my head. Because even when I listen to it, dude, I listen to like old Eminem and find bars I'd never heard before.
Yeah. Planes are interesting. I'm not much of a music guy on planes. I like podcasts. I like being productive on planes.
Kyla.
Like,
dude, I can't be productive on planes because I just like start to think about how uncomfortable I am like in my seat. I'm like, damn, I could just like fall asleep right now or just like listen to music.
Our flight down to Fort Lauderdale was miserable, bro. Crammed in on a Spirit flight. I was fucking sweating literally the entire time.
Oh man, how long was it?
It was only like 2.5 hours, but it was brutal. Worst flight I've ever had, probably.
Ever of all time.
It was just so bad the entire time.
Damn. Spirit flights do be cramped like that, though.
I know. The flight home was the same thing, though. We were on Spirit, and like, it wasn't as bad.
Dude, I have to pick a fight with American Airlines.
Yeah, because they're bums. I have an American Airlines credit card, and I need to get rid of it because it's not worth it.
I need to make the switch to United or something, dude. American Airlines are. I swear to God, every time I have an American Airlines flight home from anywhere, it's getting delayed.
Yeah.
Like so when I was coming home from Virginia, I had a flight out that left at like 1:30. I got there at like 11 o'clock, and like on my way to the airport, I was like, "Oh damn, dude, what are the chances my flight gets delayed? That would suck, huh?" Because I'm like, "Oh, I have an hour flight home. I'll be home by 3." And then I get to the airport, my phone thing dies. I look at it, and it's like flight delayed by an hour. And I was like, "Oh man," I hunted out the nearest Chick-fil-A, and then it just kept getting delayed. And I was like, "Dude." That's happened to me like 3 times in a row, dude.
Yeah, dude, I hate being like stuck in airports too. Like it's so boring.
Especially on the way home, dude. Like on the way there, it's like okay, like
vibes
you still have a trip to look forward to, but like on the way home, you're like, dude, I just want to get home, take a shower, and like lay in bed. And then it's like, you're not getting home till 8 o'clock for a 1 hour flight. Could have drove home by now, dude.
You literally could have. Could have taken an Uber.
Yeah, 7-hour Uber.
Yeah, hey, Scoober.
Hey, Scoober, take me to North Carolina, Wilmington, please.
Seriously.
My Uber vouchers were free from work, so that would have been like, I could have.
Yeah, whoa, hey, now we're talking.
Yeah. Good music talk, but I heard that you have a story to tell me about your Sunday vibes that you were on.
Oh, yeah. So Sunday, it was Easter, the day of the Lord. So we got tickets to a Phillies game, me and Lex, my parents. And so they show up early. They're like, all right, let's go get down to the stadium, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, hold on. So I run downstairs, rip 2 fat Jeeps. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go to the game. Go to the game, get parked, walk around the stadium, get a couple beers. Probably had like, I don't know, 5, 6 beers while we were there. And then while we're there, my mom is like, yeah, your cousin Bobby was thinking about going to the Flyers game tonight. Like, he hasn't been to one this year, and he says he always goes to one. He's got a new girlfriend. She's never been. And I'm like, bet, we're going to this game. So I text Bobby, and I'm like, yo, let's go to the Flyers game tonight. And he was like, all right. So he buys 4 tickets, drives down to my parents' house. We go back to my parents after the game. We're there for about 10 minutes before Bobby gets there. And I'm like, all right. Before he shows up, I already had a beer crack that I was drinking. Run downstairs, rip 2 more fat Jeeps. And then, just hop in the car, dude, go to the stadium. And then, drinking some beers there. I think I had 2 or 3 beers there. Nothing crazy, but, like, I was just jeebing and drinking at the Phillies and the Flyers games all day.
Dude, that is a perfect recipe for a Sunday.
And it was so nice out at the Phillies game. It was actually, like, pretty hot. So this hoodie that I'm wearing now is pretty thin, so I wore this, like, under my jersey. We got 3 innings in, and I was like, I got to take this off, dude. I'm getting warm.
Damn, getting cooked.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were at the park for like lesser time because of pitch clock? Like, did you Did you notice any change in like the amount of time you were at the park?
Not really. I didn't really notice it for the Mets Marlins game either. I mean, I think like it's pretty obvious. Like I think the pitch clock is like pretty obvious, like having an impact on the speed of games. I mean, you look at the numbers, it is, but you can just tell, right? Like when you watch, like either in person or on TV, the like bullshit, like taking like undoing both batting gloves and redoing them between every pitch, like that's not happening anymore.
So unnecessary, dude.
Yeah, and
I'm not gonna lie, I love pitch clock for watching perspective now.
There was like some rumors going around. The MLB hasn't said this, but other people were like, "Oh, like what about like playoffs? You're gonna have pitch clock in the playoffs."
It's like, yeah, why would they not?
Like, so why? So I could waste fucking 20 minutes every game watching somebody fix his batting gloves?
Well, dude, so are they gonna have the stupid second guy on second ghost rule now that pitch clock is here?
They are in regular season,
but not in playoffs.
Yeah.
That's okay. I didn't know if that was like what they were trying, like testing.
That's
like,
fine
for last
with me,
year.
Dude. Like, okay, we'll get the regular season games wrapped up, but don't be giving people free base runners in the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm like, now that pitch clock is here, like we don't really need the whole set ghost runner rule. Because that was the whole point. It was like to like finish up games fast and speed them up.
But banned.
Right. Yeah, why are we still doing that?
The combination of those two things should eliminate the need for ghost runners.
Yeah, it's not backyard wiffle ball, dude. Let's get rid of the ghost runners. Because it's so annoying when you spend all your time like watching a game or like investing like your Sunday into a baseball game. And you're like, dude, sick. This game's going 2-2, bottom 10. And then it's just like, guy on second. Game's going to be over in an inning and a half because of something that didn't actually happen. Like, we're just trying to get the game over. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's just like, dude, that's not baseball. That's just fucking, I'm just sitting here. Oh my God, dude. You want to, dude, I'm about to rant hardcore. Can I hop into a rant real quick?
I'm not going to stop you.
All right. So the Yankees game today, you know, the whole new rule where it's like managers have 15 seconds to like call for if they want to challenge. You know, have to like hold their hand up and wait 15 seconds, or not wait, but like within 15 seconds you have to challenge a play.
Yeah.
So today in the Yankees game in the first inning, Aaron Hicks like was coming in on a pop fly and he like caught it, but the ball like rolled out of his glove and like the tip of the ball hit the ground. But the umps called it an out and he threw it into second for an inning-ending double play. Right. The game went to commercials. 2 minutes goes by, comes back on, and Michael Kay is like, so we have a situation here. The umps are like getting together and they're talking about challenging this play because it played on the big like actual video board at the stadium. Francona never like challenged. Nobody made any moves to say they wanted to challenge a play. Comes up on the score and the crowd reacts negatively because they're like, oh, that was a blown call, right? So then the umps convene and they're like, all right, it's getting challenged. Like, batter's not out, blah, blah, blah. Aaron comes out.
Challenge.
Dude, Aaron Boone came out and got like thrown out of the game in the first inning because he was like, yo, that's bullshit. Like, he didn't challenge a play within 15 seconds. Like, those are the rules. Like, you can't just see that and be like, oh, we made a bad call. Let me like let the manager challenge a play.
Yeah,
and blah,
dude,
blah,
if
blah.
That's the case, then let's fucking review every fucking ball and strike that the behind the plate
That's
calls.
what I'm, dude. Oh my God, I'm sitting here watching that, and that happened. I'm like, why are we like? What's the point of having this rule if we're just not going to follow it? Like, why would you not just like replay every play that's maybe a bad call or blown call? Like, maybe we made a bad call there. Why can't we just review it and like take a look? But then it's like you set these rules where it's like, all right, you have 15 seconds to challenge, blah blah blah. They follow the rules, and nobody made any moves to challenge a play, and it's like, no, dude, you had your 15 seconds. Like, yeah, it was.
You didn't challenge
call,
it. That's on you.
You didn't challenge it. You're right.
Why didn't somebody fucking tell Francona that he needs to be hold up? Maybe he didn't catch that, right? Like, that's what you literally have fucking a staff of dudes that are replaying plays as soon as they happen to tell you whether or not you should challenge it.
Right, dude. And the whole rule of the 15 seconds is to make it harder for those dudes watching the replays to be like, all right, let's not look at this for 2 minutes before we decide to challenge it and just like make the game put on hold. Like, we have 15 seconds. Do we want to challenge it or not? And you're not using that system. You're just going to do it yourselves on the field. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's annoying.
And I was like, damn, the Yanks just got like ripped off like on 2 runs, blah, blah, blah. And it was like bad vibes. And then they came back and won 4-3 in like a very like adverse way. And I was like, all right, that was a pretty good like I was gonna be mad if we lost because of that by 1 run, but like we won, so I'm not that heated anymore.
Phils keep losing, bro. Them boys are ass.
Didn't they just drop like 11 on what's his name the other night?
9. And then Aaron Nola gave up a bunch. They lost last night 8-4. I think they lost in extras tonight.
Damn. What's the what are they sitting at right now?
Bad and worse. The Marlins beat them 3-2 today.
Damn.
Let me see if I could pull it up quick. MLB standings. Phillies 4-8.
4-8. Dude, the Rays haven't lost yet.
The Rays haven't lost.
What are they, 10-0?
11.
11-0?
And that bull, Jordan Walker, he's got like an 11-game hit streak to open up the season.
Really?
Yeah. That's impressive.
Dude, the Rays, they just don't lose. I don't get it. They're not like, I don't get how, like, they're consistently just good every year. They don't have like a super stud, like, roster or by any means. Like, they have a few good guys like a Rosarena and stuff, but they're just like a machine built baseball team every year. It makes no sense.
Let me read this article. Jordan Walker hitting streak. Cardinals rookie matches 111-year-old record with 12-game streak.
A 12-game hitting streak is a 111-year-old record
to start a season.
Oh, damn. So if he gets one tonight or whenever they play next, he'll break it?
No, I lied. Not to start a season. Longest hitting streak to begin a career by a player age 20 or younger.
Oh. That's still impressive.
Yeah. He's tied with Eddie Murphy from the 1912 Philadelphia Athletics at 12 games. And the third best hitting streak to start a career, age 20 or younger, Ted Williams, 1939, 9 games.
What a list to be on.
Dude, yeah. The non-comedic Eddie Murphy and Ted Williams.
Non-comedic Eddie Murphy and one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's brazy.
That is brazy. Dude, I don't know, like, I know you haven't been watching, like, you said you haven't, like, watched a bunch of baseball or Phil's games, but it's like, if you watch it on SportsCenter now, dude, the whole banning of the shift and pitch clock, the new rules have, like, added a huge, like, just boost of, like, scoring and energy, like, into baseball games. It's been really fun to watch. Like, players are having to make more athletic plays, and it's just like pitchers aren't having 2 minutes to make a decision, so it's like they're kind of just saying fuck it fastball, and hitters are finding them, and like balls are getting put on bats this year, and I love it.
Yeah, dude, hitting's up, and it's great. It's great for the game.
It is great for the game.
Except for the Phils, because they can't hit for shit, apparently.
Dude, it's just like, I feel like you see a lot of like the basics of baseball back in the game, other than just like swing for the fences, and like all of like the highlights and ESPN and SportsCenter and like that aren't just like bombs.
Yeah,
it's just like there's been a lot of like. Did you see what's his name, Kevin Kiermaier, take one back from center field last night, dude? It was like on some Mike Trout shit, dude. He like leaped a little too early, but like climbed the fence and just like took it back over the wall, and I was like, oh my god, dude, that was like straight up baseball porn.
Jared Kalechi, I think his name is, hit a 482-foot bomb to dead straightaway center today.
Damn. Who does he play for? Wait, what was his name?
Kalechi?
Kalanick?
Maybe.
I think he plays for the Mariners.
Oh, he does play for the Mariners.
Yeah, Jared Kalanick, he's pretty good. Juan Soto hit a bomb today, too. It was like 453 feet.
Yeah, dude, Jared Kalanick. I was close, dude.
Jared Kelsey, the third Kelsey brother?
Could you imagine? That'd be dope.
Just hitting dingers in the MLB.
Yeah, fuck you guys in your CTE.
Dude,
You're getting paid and hitting bombs.
Hitting like a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that's like high in the zone, hitting a ball like that, like 450 feet, like that's got to be the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's like when you do that and then immediately turn it into a pimp job, like sports porn, dude. That's one of the best things in sports, like pimp jobs in baseball.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's the definition of just saying "get off me, ball." Like, dude, that's like half a blink people have to swing at a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and they're hitting it like 450 dead center. What?
Dude, it really is crazy. I saw like a sports science thing on like how much time you have to like think about whether or not you want to swing at a pitch
or not. Yeah.
And it's like almost impossible to fucking wrap your head around.
Dude, it's like as fast as like half the speed it takes you to blink.
That's fast, dude.
Yeah, dude,
that's real quick. And you're like, yeah, I'm
5 milliseconds. Yep. All right. That's what I'm saying. And then you get like a full swing, and this ball's like flying over fucking left field foul pole. Like Schwarber, when he hits one, dude, oh my god, that's got to be like you don't even feel the ball coming off the bat. Like he doesn't even feel
the bat get off his shoulder.
No, dude, he's literally slicing butter at baseballs. Like that.
He's jogging the bases, and he thinks he's still fucking in the dugout chewing sunflower seeds. I've never seen a baseball player as casual as Schwarber.
Dude, he has the most casual home run swing maybe ever of all time.
I've never seen a more like ho hum. Not even baseball, professional athlete, just like, what's up? Yeah.
What's up? Dink.
Here's a fucking 500-foot bomb into the second or third level in right field.
And then he's just gonna like casually like slowly jog around the bases, do his little fucking waddle.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Schwarber.
High five. You're welcome for the runs.
Sits back on the bench and just throws some seeds in his mouth.
Y'all got any double bubble? No, they're on that big league chip.
Dude, Kyle Schwarber's home run swing looks like he's just swinging a tennis racket, like a backhanded tennis racket. Just very casual, just dink. Balls just, dude, imagine just like Kyle Schwarber coming up all casually and swinging, and then it just cuts to the ball just screaming out of the park. That would be a funny cartoon.
That would be money. They used to have like those flying baseball, it was like a logo for something.
A flying baseball?
A flying baseball that was
with a face on it?
Yo, low key, isn't that what the Guardians drone looks like right now?
I think it's just like a baseball with wings or something.
Guardians,
like angel wings. Huh? Yeah, what are they guarding? Strike zone with their bats?
Do you know the story of how they were named the Indians?
The Cleveland Indians?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they had like 3 Native American dudes on their team, which was like by far more than any. Like maybe there was like a couple other in the league. So they called themselves the Indians, and the 3 fucking Native American dudes literally drew up the original Chief Wahoo, and it was like an honor to them.
Damn.
Yeah. And then they're like, yeah, fuck those guys.
We're going to be the Guardians.
Those Native American pricks are racist against their own kind.
Dude, Washington and Cleveland both fumbled their rebrand so bad.
Yeah. I wonder if Washington will rebrand again.
The Commanders. Dude, like, what? You could do better than the Commanders?
Might as well be the fucking cum guzzlers.
Like, dude, if I had the opportunity to pick, like, the name of a sports team, bro, it would take me, like, obviously it took them long, too, but it would take me so long. I would have to find the perfect name. Like, I'm not just like, just call the Commanders is what I put in for, like, my Road to the Show team on MLB. Like, New York Commanders. I don't care about this name. I just want to play the game. Like you got to autofill the name with something. Like, that's what they did.
Yeah. It's bad.
You're telling me if you and I didn't take an hour podcast to just sit here and like think about like a good sports team name, we couldn't find one better than the Commanders? I'm pretty sure we could.
Maybe we could have called them the Bees Chuggers.
The Relish Dogs.
Hey, now we're talking. That'd be good for the
Relish
Guardians.
Dogs.
I feel Cleveland like dogs
Relish
are good
dogs?
for baseball.
Cleveland Dogs. Isn't the Browns? Isn't that like what they are though? Kind of.
No, the Browns are like named after one of their previous owners. The dog is their mascot, though. They do have a dog mascot.
Right. Yeah, that's what I meant.
But that's unrelated to the name Browns.
Oh, okay. Cleveland.
Mashers.
Cleveland Phantom.
Ooh.
You got like a little like fucking
Danny Phantom.
Dude, Danny Phantom color scheme? Nothing to do with Danny Phantom, but Danny Phantom color scheme with like the glowy green, black and like yo, okay.
All right, Danny.
What would their mascot be or like their logo be?
A ghost.
But like
some
a cool
kind of a ghost.
Not on some like Casper shit.
I can get down with Casper.
What if it was like a baseball
You don't want to scare
player?
the kids away.
What if it was like a Danny Phantom version of like a not Danny Phantom, but like a
ghost,
like
fingers,
like a modern day Ghostbuster.
You could just make them Ghostbusters.
Cleveland Ghostbusters. every home game. Everyone's in the crowd. Ghostbusters.
Hell yeah.
Sick. That would be sick.
What if they were the Nutbusters?
Just the most lethargic team. The most lethargic baseball team of all time. Why are you guys so slow for, bro? We just been busting nuts all day.
All day, brother. You know what we did in the clubhouse before we came out here?
We warmed
Fresh
up.
game of Limp Biscuit. Cookie.
What would their mascot be?
Nutsack.
No, dude, it would just be like an almond nut crushing another almond nut with like a hammer.
Yeah, they're nuts crushing nuts. Nuts busting nuts.
See, dude, it's been 5 minutes and we've already been outdone the Commanders.
Or what if it was just like a really strong arm with like a Thor, like Thor's arm and Thor's hammer, and then
coming
just
down on a little
nuts.
tiny nut.
Yeah,
dude.
We might be on something.
If anybody's listening to this and they're playing MLB The Show, please make like a logo for this because I be in the logo vault sometimes and y'all be like making some crazy shit.
I was in the logo vault looking for $100 bills and I couldn't find it.
But I bet you found like a bunch of random shit.
Yeah, that I didn't want. And I said, "Fuck this! I'm not using that."
Have you added to your Diamond Dynasty team at all?
Yeah, I got through like all of the first round moments for the WBC.
Nice, dude.
So I got like most of my starters built out. I got I think 2 starting pitchers and a reliever. So I mean, it's come together.
Who's your best player?
I don't know, dude. I got like 490 overall dudes.
Oh, from the WBC shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, so I did all the moments, but if you just keep playing, like, the missions in that, like, if you're using the players from the WBC, like, the players in that will get you more, like, XP towards the missions in that program. So it's like, once you do all the moments, you can just play and fuck around with those players, and, like, the more you play, like, you'll unlock, like, certain missions and stuff. Like, I was doing that because I finished all those moments, and then I played, like, 2 or 3 ranked games in, like, 2 days or something like that. And it got me up to, like, one of the 95 overall WBC guys, and I got, like, an Arenado, like a 97 Arenado or something like that.
I just want some good cards, dude. I want some fills on my team. If I could get JT, Schwartz, or Turner, I'd be happy.
I had, who did I have? He was, like, Jock Peterson, dude. Had like a 74 Jock Peterson to start, and I was like, I was still filling out my squad, so I was like, I'll just throw him in left because he's like a power bat from the left side, and he low-key hits bombs in that game.
He low-key hits bombs in real life. He put one through the first baseman's mitt.
He does hit bombs in real life.
What a cat.
Did you see, what was that? Where's my phone? The thing I sent on Twitter last night of the Orioles doing their celebration.
Yeah, the sprinkler, John.
Yeah, dude, tell me that's not the most fire celebration you've ever seen.
I like it, bro. It's like bringing the Savannah Bananas to fucking the MLB.
Yeah, I sent that.
A touch of it.
So obviously Maggie and like her dad are big Orioles fans, so I sent that to her dad last night, and I was like, "This is so funny," and he just goes, "Not very manly." I was like, "Yeah, you're right, dude." Just sitting there doing the sprinkler and just going. Like water sprinkling out of your mouth. It was so funny though because it was like all of them were on cue with their sprinkler johns, so it just went like all at once.
Yeah, dude, that was good.
I was like, damn, that takes some serious team coordination, dude, to set that up. Like
Yeah.
you got to sit there with water in your mouth waiting. All right, he slides into second. Wait for the call.
They probably saw him get a hit, and they're like, all right, run to the bottles.
Yeah, get the bottles. I hate that the Orioles are making me like them.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they're an easy team to like, I think. Like
they are, but like they're in the AL East, so I'm never like, oh, the Orioles. And we've always just been like, for as long as I've been alive, we just always shit on the Orioles. But now they're like getting good, and it's like they're kind of fun to like. I'm like, fuck, dude, not gonna like the Orioles.
Same exact thing with the Pirates. Like they're surprisingly solid this year.
Yeah. Did you? O'Neal Cruz is out for a while, like fractured his ankle, sliding into home 2 days ago. I saw that. I was like, yeah, dude, he's good. He's like a slim Aaron Judge, dude. He's like mad tall, but just like hits bombs and throws the ball 100 miles an hour. Dude. He's another one of those like casual hit stingers. Like his swing is just super cash.
I'm upset that he didn't play when we went to fucking Pittsburgh for that game.
Yeah, because him and what's his name? Their left fielder are
Mac
like
Miller?
the only guys. Yeah, Mac Miller out and left. They're like the only guys that they really have, dude. They don't really have any like studs on their team, like name wise.
Nope. And neither does Baltimore. Like that's why they're easy to like, because like always been bad and didn't like buy their way to relativity.
Yeah, they took the time to do an actual rebuild. And they have like the number one farm system in the MLB right now, so that's scary too.
Who does?
Baltimore.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
I want Andrew Painter to come back healthy because we could use another arm.
Yeah,
we could use a lot of things though.
Dude, our pitching right now is kind of shot. Like our bullpen, Johnny Loizaga just went down for 2 weeks. Tommy Kahnle went to the 60-day IL. Like, still don't have Rodon back. Injuries, I've just accepted the fact that injuries are just going to be a part of being a Yankees fan from now on, because it should just be like an expected thing, dude. It's been like 5 or 6 years in a row. Everybody's just always hurt. And it's like, if somebody stays healthy, you're like, phew, thank God. Like, it's never like, oh, you never expect people to stay healthy anymore, which sucks.
Nah. That's how I feel about the Eagles, but last year was bearable. I mean, made it to the Super Bowl relatively healthy, but I also feel like with them, it's like you're always playing with second-string DBs in Philly.
Yeah, but football's different, though, because it's like, I mean, I feel like there's just a higher chance of injury in football, like, all the time. So it's like, you can't, like, depth in football, actually, I don't know. This is going to be a weird argument, but, like, depth in football is, like, very important compared to, like, baseball. You just have a lot more depth, I feel like.
Yeah, it's interesting because of the pitchers. Like, if you take pitchers out of it and you just play, like, say, field players, I would say depth is more important on a football field because your number 2 guys are getting in. You know what I mean? Like,
right. A lot of games.
You're having, like, your second rotation of defensive linemen is playing, like, maybe 30, 40% of that game.
Yeah.
Whereas in baseball, there's maybe 1 or 2 subs or, like, one guy gets pinch hit for. Other than that, it's the starters are going to roll out there and play almost the whole game, if not all of it.
Right. But also, football teams, and I mean, yeah, but like with baseball teams, they have like 3 fucking systems to take players from too. So like having depth in football is even more important because they don't have that pool to pick from. They're just like, all right, we got our practice squad guys, and then like whoever's like on the wire.
But you can also take from anybody's practice squad.
That's true.
Which I think is pretty interesting because it's not like the Phillies can just be like, damn, dude, one of our players just got hurt. Reese Hoskins just tore his ACL. I'm going to go take the Yankees fucking starting first baseman from AAA.
Yeah, right. That would be like a guy. I think that right now it's like Spencer Jones, who's like a very high prospect of ours, and it's like that would be like taking like a first round draft pick from somebody. Like, if you're just like,
potentially.
Yeah, it would be kind of fun though for football. Imagine.
That'd be wild.
Did you see OBJ sign with Baltimore?
I did see that. I don't give a fuck.
Me neither. I think he's kind of
until they get a quarterback.
Yeah. Lamar's not signing back there, is he?
I mean, he's made it very public that he wants a trade.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping up?
I know he requested a trade like back in early March, but I like outside of that.
I just like don't understand what kind of ground he has. Like, if your whole thing is I want a fully guaranteed contract because Deshaun Watson got one, that's like not a good argument to make. And like look at all the other contracts and maybe try to base your contract off of those. And second of all, what the fuck have you done, dude?
Yeah, you can't really
Rex
even stay on the
Grossman has
field.
been to more fucking Super Bowls than Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, that's the whole name of the game.
Yeah.
He's won an MVP and he puts up fucking video game numbers because he plays like a fucking video game created player, right?
They don't give him much help though. I will say that. Like in Baltimore,
they don't give him shit. I think Lamar's a great player, but like, you made it to the playoffs twice. Once you didn't play, but you did most of the work to get your team there. But the one time that you did play, I'm pretty sure they got bounced in the first round. Maybe he won one game, got bounced in the second round, but that's best case scenario. Haven't been to an AFC championship game, let alone a Super Bowl, and you want fucking 250 guaranteed, and you haven't finished both of the last 2 seasons? I don't know. It seems like a tough ask.
Yeah. I think it all comes down to like Baltimore's vision of like what they wanted the offense to look like, dude, and I think they're just not willing to like give him that money also and like have to build more around that. No. They're not in a position to. It'd be different if they had a receiving core just needing a quarterback. But they don't even have that.
No, they got Rashad Bateman, who's like okay.
Yeah,
they got OBJ now, who's like washed. They got J.K. Dobbins, who's solid if he can get back to what he was before he got hurt. Same thing with Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
And then Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. They honestly got a great 1-2 punch at tight end.
Do you think Isaiah Likely could ever like make the transition to like a receiver role or no? You think he's going to stay tight end?
I think he should stay tight end, but it wouldn't surprise me if he ended up like a big body like Kyle Pitts, like somebody who goes out into the slot.
Yeah,
that wouldn't surprise me. But I think he'll probably stay tight end because I think he's a little too big for that. I think he'll end up getting traded. Honestly,
you think even if like
Mark Andrews
so in 2 years from now though, like
yeah, but
Mark Andrews might
some
be on
tight
his way
ends
out.
can stay around for a while, like solid.
That's true.
Like,
that's
solid
true.
production. Just because like there are so many mediocre to bad tight ends that when you have a good one, even one who's just like good, you keep him around because he's better than the next best option that's out there.
Right. Yeah, there really are only like 5 tight ends in the NFL. That's like all right. I feel like after that drop off of 5, there's no like wide receiver like tight end 2s where you're like ooh.
Right. So let's do it real quick. So there's Kelsey, Andrews, Kittle, Waller. Right. Those are like your like stud guys, I feel like.
Yeah.
Pitts, some people are gonna say. But then there's like guys that are good, not great, or like solid but not super elite. Dallas Goedert is top of that list because he's like on the verge of being elite. And I think if he was healthy for more of last year, people would look at him a lot differently. Love me some Goddard.
Yeah.
Maybe even like Dalton Schultz could be in there.
Didn't he just get picked up by somebody or signed somewhere?
Houston's given a bunch of fucking randoms 1-year contracts.
That's interesting. Maybe they'll have a new quarterback.
Like, honestly, bro, think about it. Zach Ertz is like fucking 40 years old, and he's probably a top 10 tight end.
Yeah. Dude, I had him in fantasy last year up until he got hurt, and he was literally the tight end 1 until he got hurt.
He's probably fucked now, at least with the Cardinals, because they got Trey McBride, who was the number 1 tight end in Likely's class. I think Likely was way better, but also biased.
Yeah.
But yeah, Trey McBride was like everybody's favorite tight end. He went to Arizona, so he'll probably be the starter. If not this year, definitely next year. So Ertz might have to find another new home. So that might be tough for him. But think about like how long the Eagles kept Brent Selleck around, and he was like a relative piece of their offense.
Dude,
he has a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, dude, he was around for a minute.
Yeah, and it's like he was never great. He was just solid, and then Ertz came around and took over, and he became the tight end too. But it's like, for those years, you didn't have a better option out there over Brent Selleck.
Yeah, dude, and if like back in 2018, if you're like, oh, Brent Selleck's like on our tight end depth chart, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. And if you think about
that
all
man not 70,
you think about all like the great tight ends, they were great till old age.
Yeah.
Greg Olsen. I'm so bad with names right now, but I can see all these fucking people. Bull from Dallas.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
Don't know, but he's like a legend, a tight end legend. Um, and then there was the bull from the Chargers,
Oh, Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates,
Yeah,
and
he was a stud.
there was another one from maybe like Kansas City or San Fran. No, not San Fran. Maybe Kansas City. I feel like, or maybe like some red
Oh
team.
no, wasn't it the Saints? Who's the bull on the Saints?
Nah, nah. Nobody on the Saints is ringing my bell.
I'm gonna look this up because I could have swore.
Uh, let me see. I just found for the Cowboys bull, Jason Witten.
Jason Witten. Oh yeah.
I can't believe that one wasn't coming to me.
Jimmy Graham is who I'm thinking of.
Jimmy Graham, he was okay. He was an interesting cat.
Oh, do you remember Jeremy Shockey?
Tony Gonzalez. Yeah, Kansas City.
Gonzalez from he was in Kansas City?
He played in Atlanta for 4 years, but he was known for his time in KC. Antonio Gates, Gronk, obviously. Shannon Sharp.
Yep.
I didn't really watch him, but I know he was big. Bunch of old heads I don't really know. Mike Ditka.
Low-key some legends at tight end.
Yeah, Greg Olson, Jimmy Graham. Bunch of dudes I don't know. Heath Miller from Pittsburgh. He was good.
Mac Miller from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Sliding in the Mac jokes today, dude. I love it.
They got Vernon Davis on this list. He was solid. And then number 25, Zach Ertz.
Dude, Zach Ertz is number 25 on that list?
Yeah.
Good for him, man. Yeah, I always forget how long he's been around, too. Like, Ertz has been around for Loki a minute.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find this one thing Maggie told me about.
Yeah, I was just comparing Zach Ertz to Vernon Davis. Just thought Vernon Davis was ass, but I mean, Davis has more games, less catches, more yards, more touchdowns. They both have one Super Bowl, and Davis has 2 Pro Bowls to Ertz's only 1. Isn't that crazy? Ertz only has 1 Pro Bowl.
Ertz has 1 Pro Bowl his whole career?
Yeah, I think so.
What? No way.
No, he's got 3. Ha.
I was gonna say. This is gonna be a huge switch of topics.
That's fine. Switch it up.
But it just came to mind. So Maggie sent me this TikTok, and apparently, Mac's album of watching movies.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a video you're supposed to watch with the sound off while you listen to the album.
Really?
Maggie sent it to me on TikTok, and I think we're gonna do that tonight after we pod or tomorrow or something. I'm gonna let you know how that is. I can send it to you if you want. But
you should, dude. Is it on YouTube?
I don't know. I'm gonna send you this TikTok. I haven't actually even watched the TikTok yet, but that's just what Maggie told me.
Interesting.
But I'll send it to you so you can watch it.
Yeah, I have that album on vinyl, so I'll probably throw it up on the TV and put the vinyl on.
That's fire. That's sick. We need to get more Mac. I actually just got Swimming.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Which is dope because that's like my favorite Mac album, but
I need more Mac. Let's see what I don't have.
I think all I have is Blue Slide Park, Swimming, Circles, and then what's the other one I have? Delusional Thomas.
So I don't have Best Day Ever, Circles, Faces, Divine Feminine, and The High Life. Those are the only ones that I don't have.
I think I have Macadelic too. I can't remember though. Do you have what's the one EP you like? Beyond and On EP?
Oh, On and Beyond.
On and Beyond.
Dude, I would love if that was an EP. or if they made that into a vinyl.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Dude, so it's been like pretty nice out for the past few days, so I've been bringing up my speaker that's connected to my record player and putting it like on my windowsill and listening to just like vinyls while I work. And it's kind of nice too, because after like 5 or 6 minutes, it kind of forces me to get up and like walk to go flip the disc and like kind of just like take a break from work. Like 20-minute intervals. I'll take like a 15-second, 30-second walk downstairs, flip the disc, come back up, and like get back to what I was doing. And it's just been a great vibe. So today I was listening to I think I snapped you this actually, but I was listening to 3001 on my record player, and I've never
I'll be right
listened
by your side till 3005. Hold
till
up.
3001. Yo-ho. What was I saying? Oh, but dude, so I got to the end of this album, right? And I've listened to the album all the way through, obviously, but I've never listened to the vinyl one all the way through. I've just kind of like flipped like to random sides of the disc and let it play and like not pay attention. So I'm sitting here working, and I was like, the album ended, and I was like expecting to hear the little click of the needle coming up. Didn't hear that, and then I just hear another song start playing. I'm like, what the hell? Discovered 2 new Flatbush songs that I've never heard of. They're just like random bonus songs that are thrown onto this record.
That is Fire Flames.
I sat there and I was like, oh my god, dude, this is sick. Like, I would have never found that unless I just listened to the whole thing through, and I like had all this time to do so and just been sitting on it.
You know what would be dope? If you had a vinyl that was the On and Beyond EP on one side, and then the other side were just like random songs that aren't on like Mac's album,
just like random singles.
Like if he has any singles that you want to throw on there, or like features that like any of his like good features, just like throw this together. That'd be money,
dude. Mixtape on vinyl, just making your own mixtape. That would be sick.
Dude, I would love to figure out how to press shit or find somebody who can press shit for me.
Dude, I wonder if you could...
And get custom press shit. I want to get a 45s bad.
I know, dude. Having some 45s would be sick. But I wonder if you could, like sell records that you press, like, into mixtapes. Like, I wonder if, like, somebody was like, all right, like, your service was, you send us your blank records, we'll press what you want into them and send it back to you for, like, $100 or however much it would cost. I have no idea. That's just a random number. But like, could you do that, or would that be considered like distribution of like music you don't own? So Probably. You can't sell it. Yeah. But that would be a cool ass idea.
It'd be cool if you did it if you lived overseas though.
Why?
Because then you do whatever the fuck you want, dude.
You can do that from if you had like an office in like England or something.
Maybe. I know Chris. So my boy Chris, he buys a shit ton of imports. They're like, you know, obviously they get imported from overseas, and it's like real records. And he most of the time he's like, he had one issue. He has a shit ton of records. He's like, dude, I had one issue where it was like the clean version of all the songs. So I was like, yeah, fuck that. And I took it back to the record store, and like they apologized and gave me my money back and everything, and like didn't know. He's like, and I'm cool with the guys there. Like they know me, so it wasn't like. I wasn't mad about it. I was just like, oh, this is whack. I'm gonna get my money back for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're imports, so I'd imagine that like it's some company overseas that just like presses them and then ships them in, and it's not like connected to the rapper. I don't think.
I need that connection.
Yeah,
that would be fire.
I would love to get False Prophets and Everybody Dies by J. Cole on an EP. Get one on each side. Or on a 45.
Dude, on a 45. Get one on each side. Dude, that would be the most loaded 45 of all time. Like, that is the perfect 45 to have.
2 amazing singles, and they have, like, the same album cover. Like, they kind of are, like...
cover, and they are kind of, like, the same vibe. Like, they would be on the same album.
Yeah. And I love both of those songs. Like, Everybody Dies is one of my favorite Cole songs. Just, like... In general, it's like probably like a top 5 Cole song for me. But I also love False Prophets just because of like I know that he was like low key dissing Kanye, not really dissing, just kind of like talking on like what he's become or like had become at that time and stuff. And then also like there's some like reflection there, and like it's, you know, bars, but also like telling a story, and like you're like, you know, learning about rap history and kind of seeing how Cole like views himself and how he like maybe like wants. How he like thinks of himself, and like, like is he becoming that?
And how he talks about like how Kanye's like molded the culture to like these people like they just follow and like you're just surrounded by a bunch of yes men.
Yeah,
Because
surrounded
of,
by
like,
nothing
their
but
influence.
dick riders and yes men.
Yeah.
Nothing that would say something to contest him.
Dude, and the video to that music or that song is iconic, bro. It's just like
I haven't
simple.
seen it.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it. It's literally just Cole sitting on a bus, like a public transportation bus, and like rapping.
I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, it's good.
I've seen clips of it. But yeah, and then I just love Everybody Dies. I think it's such a good song.
Oh, dude, that would be such a fire 45 to have.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like that's super underrated 45. Like, it's almost like it was those two songs were made to be pressed onto a 45.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's so many, dude.
I'm clipping this and I'm fucking gonna tell J. Cole, bro, can you hook me up?
Please. Just release one for sale, and I'll buy it.
Yeah,
like, you don't need
let me know. Let me know when
me.
you drop the pre-sale, and I will be there knocking.
So like I kind of go through phases of like which rap music I listen to. So today, like I was kind of like back into my like little jam session of Flatbush. So I was like in my Flatbush bag, and I was sitting there and I was like, dude, I only have 2 albums on Flatbush, like on vinyl. Like I need to, and they don't have like that much release, so it'd be easy to get like their Discog.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, my one favorite Flatbush album is Vacation in Hell. That's like my favorite album that they've put out. And I don't have it on vinyl. So I was like, let me look it up, see how much it is, dude. It's like $280, bro.
That's why.
Vacation in Hell, just because they did like one release of it back like 5 years ago when it came out.
And that's
like,
it.
They haven't redistributed it yet. And so everybody's like, yo, 5-year anniversary, like redistribute that shit so I can get one for like $50
not $200
instead of $300. Yeah.
And then, dude, that's the thing though. Like, if that was a bigger album, it would get pressed
a lot
overseas
more,
and imported.
And then, it would probably just get distributed more here too.
And then you could just find like, I don't even want to say knockoffs because like they're legit fucking vinyls, but like they are knockoffs. Like they're not like legitimate like from Flatbush.
Right.
But like, I mean, it's still the same thing. You'd be getting knockoffs. You'd be paying $40 instead of $200.
Yeah, and I mean, I just want the music to have on vinyl. It's like I will say though, like it is fun when you like open a new vinyl for the first time, and you're like, sometimes it's like, oh, like a random like colored disc, or like they have little art pages in there, or like a poster or something. Like that part's fun. Like it's almost like opening like a little treasure chest that you don't know what's inside it before.
Yeah,
you buy
because
it.
Like every vinyl has like little goodies in it. Not everyone, but a lot of them do.
But yeah, like the so the one Flatbush one I do have, one of the two is the 3001, and it came with like a whole like page, like a small square page of like Michi, Eric, and Juice's like thoughts on the album and what it means to them, and then it came with like this huge fucking like Tarantino style 3001 A Laced Odyssey movie poster, and like I want to get it framed, but I just like haven't taken the time to do it yet. But like even just like you open a Mac album, you're like, ooh, I like wonder if there's gonna be any goodies in this one.
Yeah, my kid's vinyl has a poster in it, and those records themselves are sick.
Yeah, dude, Mac always has like some fun like art shit, like little pieces of paper or posters or something. Yeah. The Delusional Thomas one is cool because it has like him and his Ariana Grande days, so it was like him and her like all over it, like in like Polaroid picture style. It's pretty cool.
I saw this thing, you know those memes where it's like God when he created me, and it's like regular portions of something, and like just like an obscene amount of something else. Like, like dumping in. Yeah. I saw when it was like Mac Miller when he makes music like bars, beats, like something else, and then it was like sex noises, like overtly like dumped in, and I'm like, yeah, dude, you're right. Yeah, Mac always be having like somebody fucking in the background, or like at the end of I think it's senior skip day, they're like hardcore punk. Fuck, it's like a bunch of chicks talking. And they're like, no, yeah, that's the only way to do it, man. It's that boom, 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 man.
Yeah.
No, but there's a difference between making love, having sex, and then fucking. Yeah, fuck right, yeah. That's how it is.
And then the one he has with Kendrick on Macadelic, where it's just like the song ends and
I want you to fuck
a minute,
me.
Yeah, a minute and a half of like porn. Yeah, like whoa, buddy, I'm showing my. Mom, listen to this Mac song, and then this comes out. It's funny. Man, his I think about this a lot, but just like his like artistic transformation still like amazes me to this day.
Yeah, he changed quick, dude.
quick and would like excelled at what he was changing to.
Yeah, everything that he went to, he killed.
Yeah.
I'm stoked, dude. I got to make JT a playlist.
Like a Mac playlist or just in general?
Just in general. There's obviously going to be a lot of Mac.
Yeah. Just don't share it with him until he gets his iPhone for the first time, like his first iPhone or something.
Yeah, when he's 24.
Hey, dude, you ever hear this guy Mac Miller? That I'm 24.
I've listened to every single one of his vinyls.
Dude, you have him
him
painted in like a mural of him in the basement.
You love him more than me. I know who the fuck he is.
Oh man. Yeah, why? What's up?
I mean, I made you this playlist, and there's quite a bit of him on there.
What's the first song going to be on that playlist?
On and On and Beyond EP.
Like in order?
Yeah.
So you're just
it's
gonna
not
playlist...
gonna be like listen to this in order, but it's gonna be like here's like all the songs I like. I really like the message and the meaning behind them, and like I think that you should listen to, and like there are songs that have had a big impact on my life, and I hope that they can do the same for you.
Do you when you make a playlist, do you just like add like go into an album, add the songs you like from it, and then go to like the next one, or do you like curate like?
I don't do it song by song now. I don't make playlists very often, so I'm just gonna throw a bunch of shit in there.
We got to make one for Austin requested me to make one for when we're like getting ready before the wedding. Okay. And I said I'm gonna outsource to Kenny and we'll make it like a best man's playlist or whatever. Put some bangers in there.
I'm about that.
I don't know how long he wants it, but I'll just make it for like.
Can we have La Espada on it? I like that one.
What is that one?
I'll play it for you.
All right.
It's on my gym playlist, which I shared with you, because that thing's full of bangers.
It's funny. I was at the gym the other day, and you sent me that new Joey. Like as I sat down to do my abs, put it on, and I was like, "Well, great. Now I'm horny."
not La Espada. There's no words in La Espada, but I want to do Pepas. But this is La Espada.
Ooh.
Dude, there's no words, and I hate songs without words, but this is like one of the ones that I can get down with. Dude, the beat goes hard.
There's no words in this song? Oh, I was waiting for like a hard-ass beat. Ooh!
It does have a hard-ass beat.
Somebody's had to spit to this before.
Yeah, it's
Could you imagine Waldo's going to be spitting to that if we just play the beat? I can see it now.
He can't. I don't think he can rap fast enough. It's a quick beat, dude. That violin is quick in there.
Yeah, it is quick, dude. That's just like.
Yeah, you'd have to be spit and spin. We have to get Eminem. Like you need to get a good warm up in too.
Would we get Eminem, Tech Nine, Logic, like anybody that can just rap super fast?
But this is Pepas.
Oh, this makes me want to be at a European club. Oh, I know this song.
Yeah. I think this one's a remix, though.
This song makes me want to run through a wall. Yeah, this is an absolute banger.
Putting it on the playlist, dude. Throw a shot back.
We're going to have Austin ready to just, like, run through the aisle, dude. Sprinting.
He's going to be hyped, dude. He's literally going to be like, The Jersey fist bump's going to go hard at the wedding.
Oh, dude, it's going to come out for sure.
It's coming out, dude. It comes out
Jersey.
of me. No matter what I'm doing, if I'm dancing, my fist is pumping.
That is the most Jersey thing I've ever heard.
If
I'm dancing, the fist is pumping.
Here's the thing: it's like I'm not even like Jersey Shore like that. Like that's like such like a Jersey Shore stereotype. But, like I'm just like, I start going. My shoulder wants to move once I get into something, dog. I want to throw that hand.
That hand is being thrown, bro.
Usually I throw it in a shaka these days, though.
Just throwing the shaka all over the dance floor.
Yeah. You know, shaka, everyone thinks that it just means like, yo, what's up, brother? You're right, but or like aloha, but what it actually means is like, I see you, I hope that everything with like you and your family is good with you. Like I'm looking out for you, and like you let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. It's way deeper than that.
Wow, that makes me want to get it tatted on my forehead. Could you imagine?
I'd get a shaka tat. Maybe I'll get a shaka tat like worked in. If I ever get another sleeve, like worked into my sleeve.
I think that'd be a cool tat to have like behind your ear.
I thought about getting one on my calf, but then someone told me that they don't like calf muscles, so I decided not to.
Like a cat? Oh, dude, just like a singular tattoo on the back of your calf?
Yeah.
Did you freeze? Was I dancing? That was, I froze that time?
You froze, dude, and your face was like...
You froze, and then I was like, oh, I wonder if I'm still moving for him again this time, so I started singing a song for you.
I had nothing. You were froze.
Damn, dude, I just put on the performance of a lifetime.
Damn. Like Rihanna at the Super Bowl?
No, that was like 50%, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you know, I'm kind of all over the place tonight.
Yo, actually, I'm going to interrupt you because I'm going to forget about this.
All right.
But you can't forget about what you were going to say.
All right. Let me do something to remember this moment.
Taylor Swift's concerts, when she comes on, her part alone is like 3 hours. And she's just like playing songs for like the whole time, dude.
Like she doesn't like stop and like talk to the crowd. She just plays songs. Like, what do you mean?
Maybe she stops and talks to the crowd, but she doesn't like take a break. But she's just like playing music like
for 3 hours
from her entire like discography for 3 hours. Yeah,
that sounds awesome, dude.
Right? Like if you're into Taylor Swift and whatnot.
Maybe that's why there's like her concerts are so expensive.
Probably. I mean,
dude. I mean, if I was telling you I was going to like an Eminem concert and he was just going to do his whole entire discography for 3 hours, like I would pay a lot of money for that.
Yeah, but what if he's doing it all over the place? You know what I mean? I guess
like bouncing from albums,
matter.
Dude.
No, I meant just like doing that same 3 hour shows at like 50 venues or 20 venues. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That makes it way less special. But still, I mean, still a lot of money.
Dude, if I was a famous rapper, I would like randomly just start doing exclusively shows. I wouldn't announce like a tour or anything, but I'd be like, hey, like next week I'm gonna do a show here, and it's gonna be this album. Like I'm just gonna do this album from track 1 to track 12. Like that's all you're getting. None of like my singles. You're just getting like this album experience.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like I wish artists did that, dude. Like if I could go to a Logic concert today, would do
more like low key shit.
Yeah, me too, dude. That's why I was super bummed when Maggie and I had tickets to go see Meech in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks after my birthday or something like that, and it was gonna be like 500 people in a basement. We were gonna be like right there in front of him, like what? It was gonna be probably one of the best concerts of my life, and it got postponed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, dude, like.
I think like those kind of like small intimate settings, like I wish more people would do this, but you don't make the bread like that, you know what I mean? But maybe like I wouldn't be surprised if Cole did it, but I don't think that he will. I really wouldn't be surprised if Logic did it. Like just like I could really see Logic going and just doing small venues. He's like, dude, I don't need the money, so I'll just go and fucking play my songs for my fans that actually give a fuck about me and are gonna be like, the 200 people in this room.
Dude, he goes and does like open mics still. Like around, like he'll just go to like a random open mic. Like there's a video of him, I think like a few months ago. He was in like a pizzeria, like a random pizzeria, like really nobody know who he was, and he was just doing like an open mic for like 6 people. Like it wasn't
That's
like,
so
Logic's
random.
gonna be here. He just shows up and he'll just be like, hey, like it's not him rapping. He's like, hey, like I'm Bobby, like I make music. And here's like a song that I wrote, and he plays like the guitar and does one of his like supermarket ass songs. He's not like, oh, I'm like a rapper, blah blah blah. Let me rap for you. Like he's just like out doing music for like pizzerias of like 9 people that have no idea who he is.
That's funny. Hey, I'm Bobby. Just gonna play some tunes.
I'm Bobby. Like it's a song I wrote.
Next time I go to Fort Lauderdale, you tell him that he needs to play outside of Taco Craft, because like every night they got somebody outside on the corner fucking playing the guitar and singing and whatnot. So
just ripping some tunes.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty sweet.
I was singing with him the last time we were there, bro. He had some slightly going on, bro.
I'm gonna.
He
He said
Sublime. It was
that
good.
he said that he was gonna start duetting like TikToks for a little bit. So I'm gonna clip this and post it on TikTok and add him and be like, "Hey, just so you know, if you're ever in Fort Lauderdale, you gotta wait until Kenny's there,
Yeah.
and then go to this taco place and play some tunes for him."
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Yo, just fucking saw Logic playing the guitar outside my restaurant.
He was okay. He tuna poke tacos, bro. On
Life
another
changing.
level.
My life has changed, and it's not because I ran into Logic.
No, my life has changed because I've had these tacos for the 6th time. Because once you get past 5, you know, you just like you hit a whole nother level.
I feel like that's how I feel after I have like a good piece of sushi, like a sushi that I'm like, oh, that was really good. I'm just like, oh, all right, well, this is my expectation now.
Sushi's about to come back into my life. Forward. I said sushi's gonna come back into my life.
You froze for a few seconds.
Oh, yeah. I'm just stoked to have sushi again. I mean, I'm not allowed to have it, but Lex isn't allowed to have it, so like we haven't.
She can't have sushi?
Yeah, she can't eat like raw things.
Like because she's pregnant?
Yeah. There's a lot of rules on what you can't eat.
Really? I didn't even know that.
She can't eat deli meats. Or like any processed meats, like even like the little fucking guys that you put on a coochie board.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to eat those.
Damn, no salami, nothing?
Nah, dude. Can't drink alcohol, can't smoke weed. What the fuck?
What has she been doing?
I don't know. She's eating a lot of random shit.
I think we talked about this before, but has she had like a pregnancy craving?
She's had a few, but like only for like a couple months at a time.
I forget who it was, but like I think my mom told me she was like she craved like Spanish rice when she was pregnant with me, and then she had me, and she was like, dude, and then like I didn't want it was I forget what it was, but it was like Spanish rice or something, I think.
This lady that I was talking to at the office yesterday, she was like, we were talking about Lex and food and stuff like that, and she was like, oh, when I was pregnant with my first, like, water was like the most nauseating thing to me. Like I couldn't drink water. It was terrible. So I was like making myself tea all the time because I literally couldn't stomach water. I was like, well, at least you didn't have a fucking craving for dirt. So
yeah, what?
Some people have that. Some people
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, have cravings to like non-food things, and it's like
mine would be like Play-Doh spaghetti or something like that. I used to want to eat Play-Doh when I was a kid. Not actually, I didn't be like, ooh, I want to eat that Play-Doh, but like sometimes I saw Play-Doh and I was like,
dog.
Or like I'll see like a Krabby Patty, like from SpongeBob, and I'd be like, I would eat that right now. If you gave me a 2D virtual Krabby Patty, I would find a way to eat that because that looks delicious.
You could probably get one 3D printed and eat that.
It's not going to be the same. I just don't know why.
Apparently, some of the lab meat, like meat that they make in the lab, supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be like meat-free, like harm-free type deal. You know what I mean? Like that was always my thought. Like if it's made in a lab, it's like good for vegans, right? It turns out that like the starting point for all of that is cancerous meat cells. Because the cancer like multiplies so much quicker than regular cells, so they'll take like cancerous, tumors out of cows, cut it up, and then use that to make your regenerative fucking lab meat.
That doesn't sound appetizing at all. You're just literally eating cancer.
Yeah.
Oh god.
They're gonna be selling it to people.
I'm just gonna keep eating regular meat.
Regular fucking meat, dude.
I think that's my plan.
I listen to this podcast now. It's called Sustainable Dish. This lady, Diana Rogers, she is the host of it. She's got this book out called Sacred Cow, and I think they turned it into a movie too. And it's all about like eating meat and how good meat is for you and stuff like that. So now she's going to like these conferences like all around the world talking about why people need to eat meat and why you can't start like taking meat out of your diet, and especially why you shouldn't like take it out of like school diets. So I listened to her podcast the other day, and she had this lady on from Cincinnati. They had actually met. You know how NFL does my calls, my cleats?
Yeah.
Or whatever. This one dude from the Bengals was like, yo, I didn't really have anything for the past couple years in the league, but I really fuck with what you got going on. So I want to support you and do this like my calls, my cleats, but like let's do something to like get food to people. So the other girl that was on the podcast was somebody who handles like food insecurity in Cincinnati for like people in the city and stuff. And they were talking about food insecurity in New York City, and 70% of kids that go to public school in New York City like are food insecure, like might not have another meal outside of what they're getting at the public school. So like, that's all the only food that they're getting, right? Maybe they get a little bit more, but they're not like going home and they have a pantry full. You know what I mean?
Right.
In New York City now they're doing meatless Mondays, right? So you don't get any meat on Mondays, and I think there's another day of the week that they're doing like no meat, like vegan only stuff.
In like public school?
Yeah, in public schools in New York City.
Oh, that sounds awful, dude.
Yeah, the governor or the mayor or whatever of whoever is the person that runs cities.
He was on the Yankees broadcast the other day, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, he started that like a couple years ago. Meatless Mondays, and they just recently got another week or day of the week to be also meatless. And it's like, she's like, look, I don't have a problem with like mixing in a salad here and there, but like these kids need nutrients, and you're only gonna get good, like the best place to get nutrient dense foods is from meat. And like, why do you think the whole world's fucking deficient in B12 and iron? Because they're not eating meat. And like, you need those things to survive and like grow and like be nourished. And like, and she was like, and you're teaching kids now that meat's bad and they love hamburgers. Like that's like, you know, kids like favorite things growing up, like hamburgers, hot dogs, like mac and cheese, like fucking barbecue foods. And she's like, and you're teaching them that like that's bad. So now instead of getting a hamburger, they're getting like just the fries and a Coke. And like, that's fucking terrible.
That's awful, dude. It's just potato and soda.
Yeah. So she's fighting to like keep nutrients in school meals and like make sure that people that are, you know, don't have, you know, access to food on a regular basis, make sure that like they're able to get nutrients that they can live a fucking, you know, fruitful life
and not be absolute skeletons just from eating fries and drinking Coke.
Yeah. The first episode of her podcast that I listened to was actually this chick. She's like a famous like yoga influencer lady, and she used to live in Costa Rica, and she was vegan, and that was like her thing. She was vegan and she did yoga, and all these people followed her and they loved her because she was vegan and did yoga, I guess, and lived on the beach. I don't know. Anyway, she kept getting sick for a couple years, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then she was back home. She grew up in Europe somewhere, I forget where, but she was back home, like visiting her home country, and she had her daughter with her, and they were at like some farm, and her daughter was like, oh, like what's in that like little like house thing? Like we didn't go in there, and like, oh, that's like an old chicken coop. There's nothing in there. You can go check it out if you want. And the little girl like came out with an egg and was like, mommy, like, look, I found this egg. Like, it's for you. I want you to have it. And the lady who owned the farm was like, holy shit, dude, like I literally can't believe you found that in there. Like I would have bet my life that there was nothing in there and it was cleaned out. So the girl was like, I took this as a sign and like started like reintroducing meat into like our meals, like not all the time. Like I was still mostly vegan, but I would do it sometimes, like eggs, and I started to work in chicken and stuff like that. And she was like, and now like I don't like only eat meat, but like I eat meat regularly. I have meat and I have vegetables, like I have everything and stuff like that. And she's like, and I'm a lot more healthy than I was in those, you know, last years of veganism. Like I was very sick all the time, and like I feel so much better now. Like I'm healthier, and I'm like, yeah, bro.
It's because you're eating meat and getting what your body needs.
There's literally dude. Like I don't think there's anything good about being vegan. And the problem's not meat. The problem is like all the processed bullshit and like the processed sugars and the seed oils and the fucking red 40. Like that's what's killing you. It's not the meat. I promise it's not the meat.
I mean, dude, look at Europe. Like their diet is so much cleaner than ours, and it's because they don't have all of like the same process. I mean, they have a lot of the same stuff,
but they also have so much shit that's banned in Europe. You can't even get it, and it's like, yeah, no, we're
because it's
consuming that fucking all on the regular in America.
Yeah, that's like that would be like my one reason to like leave America and live in Europe.
I'm really interested in Croatia.
Croatia?
Yeah, want to move to Croatia?
Do you think we'll meet Luka Modric?
Maybe he's fucking nice, dude.
He is nice, dude. He had a hell of
37
a
years
game
old, and
today.
he's fucking still fucking stunting on bulls in the Champions League.
And like the midfield too, dude. It's not like, oh, he's
Yeah,
old, throw him up top. Like, my man is a
yeah,
horse, an
yeah.
absolute horse.
Running the whole field nonstop.
Same with Tony Cruz, bro.
How old's he now?
He's got to be like 35 at least. Let me look it up because I feel like he's kind of like
Luka
the same
Modric,
age.
dude. Somebody give that man his fucking flowers. I feel like, I mean, he did win a Ballon, right?
Yeah,
So, I mean, flowers provided, but I feel like he gets like shit on, and everyone thinks it was like a fucking Make a Wish Foundation Ballon d'Or award. And they're like, oh yeah, that's a phony one. And like, he doesn't have like any actual respect.
I mean, when it comes down to it, he has one, dude. Like in 10 years, he'd be like, oh, Luka Modric won a Ballon d'Or. Like,
yeah,
dude, he's been Real Madrid's best player, like arguably since Ronaldo left.
yeah.
Maybe even like the last 2 years of Ronaldo's time.
Mm.
I don't know. Ronaldo was dominant.
Ronaldo was great until he left Madrid. Like he left Madrid probably just past the peak of his prime.
Yeah. By like a 6 months to a year. Like he was balling until he pretty much left Madrid.
And even then, like he was still balling. He just wasn't like quite
Ronaldo.
at his peak.
He wasn't like Ronaldo's.
But here's the thing: he was still the best player on the field in every single game that he played.
Mm-hmm.
And he was still a top 2 player in the world. And then he went to Juve, and he was still, probably top 2 in the world with Messi his first year at Juve at least. And then he's fallen off a little bit, but like he's still probably maybe top 10, definitely top 15.
Yeah. It kind of sucks, like, he doesn't play in any big leagues now, so, like, he doesn't really get, like, the media attention anymore, but...
Yeah.
It's still... he's still my, like, favorite player of all time.
As he should
be. Dude, there's just nothing, like, better than seeing, like, prime, like, sophomore year of college and back, like, prime Real Madrid Ronaldo, dude. Like, when he would, like, take Real Madrid out of, like, a 2-0 goal deficit in the Champions League, in 2 legs of the Champions League, be like, oh, Madrid's down 2-0 going into the second leg, like, Ronaldo's going to score a hat-trick and win. Like, the amount of times that he did that, and it just, like, almost came expected after a while, dude.
Yeah.
Watching that was insane, because it's just, like, you knew it was coming, but he still, like, there was always that little bit of doubt where you're like, like, it is 2-0. Like, there's like, he can't be that good. And he'd fucking bicycle kick on Juve to win the Champions League, bro.
He always fucking finds, like, open space. He always finds a way to make an impact. Nobody has ever been able to defend him out of a game.
No. Like, up until, like, 2 years ago, maybe, but it was crazy, dude. He would just literally, like, find the weakness in the defense and take advantage of that. Whereas Messi was, like, the creator of all. Messi would create it and finish it. Ronaldo would, like, if you find Ronaldo in the third period or
final
whatever,
third.
Final third, like, he's gonna finish that 85% of the time, dude. It's just like he gets to the corner of the 18 and he has the ball. Like,
I was just thinking that, dude. Ronaldo's gonna, like, see the space and make the run, and he's gonna be the most athletic one on the field, so he's gonna get to it, and then, like, he's gonna be able to do you dirty and score one, if not get a ball in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he's good at, like, 1-2s, like being like the starting guy and the receiver of a 1-2. Whereas Messi will, like, drop more into the central midfield, pick the ball up and fucking dribble 5 motherfuckers and find, like, 3 of the cheekiest passes that couldn't even be seen to mankind, like a regular human being. And then it's just like an easy fucking beat the keeper, they'll chip it over him from the 6-yard box, or like maybe 8 yards out.
Yeah, but Messi's also got that, like, long ball in his bag where he's like, if he cuts it in on his left foot, like right above the 18, that's also a terrifying spot to be in if you're the other team.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, dude, with Ronaldo too, like, his ability to, like, receive a cross and, like, finish with his head, like, unmatched, dude. Like, might be the greatest header of a soccer ball of all time.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I definitely don't have enough soccer knowledge to claim that.
Dude, he used to, like, he was climbing people, bro. Like, he wasn't just like he was out jumping people by, like, 2 feet. When your knees are at some dude's shoulders and you're, like, heading a ball into net, like, that's pretty unbeatable.
And he finished a lot of them.
Yeah.
What about Harry Kane?
Fuck Harry Kane.
What about Thomas Müller?
Dude, did you know he's still playing?
Yeah.
He played in today's game. He came in and I was like, they said Thomas Mueller's been looking for the ball for 5-10 minutes now, or yesterday's game.
Where's he at?
And I was like, Bayern still.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dude? I thought that man was old in 2014.
Yeah, I actually I saw this podcast like clip today on Instagram, and it was this kid, and he was like, you know, like you just know when somebody's good when like they're always getting the ball and like they're controlling things, like when they're on the field, like when you watch a game when you're in person. He was like, so I recently was at Bayern and Dortmund, and I was excited to see like Sane and like a bunch of other Dortmund's like young or Bayern's like young guys that he was like excited for, and Sane was one of them, so it has to be recent, if not like very recent. He was like, dude, and like they were all great, but like Thomas Mueller by far was like the best one on the pitch and just like controlled everything and like had the biggest impact. He's like, it was really,
like the Luka Modric of Bayern Munich.
Really surprising to see. He was like, and I think that he might be one of like the most underrated players in our generation, and it's because he plays in the Bundesliga.
Oh yeah, and like his whole career too. Like
But he also has crazy Champions League goal numbers. He's just
and
not
World
Messi
Cup.
or Ronaldo and World Cup.
Yeah, dude. Like it's not like it's like, oh, the system in Bayern. Like this dude goes into the World Cup and balls out too.
Yeah. And Champions League when you're playing against, you know, okay, that's the fucking best teams in Europe.
Yeah. Like consistently too, because he played on Bayern. So it's not like he was like, you know, every time they went on a Champions League run, they were having to go through Madrid, Barca, Juve at the time, like all these big European giants.
And he was balling every fucking one of them.
Yeah. Same with Lewandowski, dude. Like, he was always a thorn in our side at, like, in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Whether it was at Dortmund or fucking Bayern.
But now he's at Barca, and they
remember him and Marco
Reus?
Reus? Remember when him and Marco Reus were, like, the headliners of Dortmund's team?
Dude,
that was a nasty
Dortmund is,
squad.
like, they are the fucking best farm team in the world.
Yeah, they really do just farm out generational talent.
They might not be the best. There might be better farm teams, but there's no farm team that's, like,
as consistent as
good on the global stage, as good at like winning. Like there might be a team that's better at farming players. Like they might fucking get all their players from somebody else, and then only a couple of them become.
Yeah, but like Dortmund still finds a way to farm players and win.
Yeah,
they're a fun little squad. They were always like a fun little squad to use in FIFA too. When they had like Marco Reus, Lewandowski, Pulisic for a while.
And they're quick, like they're a fun team to play with. Like they're quick and they're skilly, and they're solid, so you can hang with the bigger clubs, but you don't feel like you're like a douchebag playing with one of those like power clubs, like PSG,
Bayern, Real, yeah.
PSG, Bayern, Real, Barca, Man City now.
PSG's dead ass Messi, not Ronaldo, Neymar, and Mbappe, and you're just like, yep. Gonna use that. Why would I not?
Sounds like one of them is gonna beat me, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still play just as Man City when I'm playing online. But even so, I mean, their squad's stacked, but it's not PSG.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of hard to find matches in, like, especially, like, the old FIFA, because I don't have 23 for the Series X, so I've just been playing FIFA 22, because that's what's on Game Pass. So, like, I have to pretty much play as Real Madrid to find, like, online games against anybody, unless I'm playing clubs.
Yeah, dude, I like it. I don't play seasons too much, so I'll just like I'm like Division 9, dude. I go in there and I shit on kids.
Dude,
I'm like undefeated, but I just haven't played a lot. I'll play like Ultimate Team and shit like that.
Yeah, facts. We used to be menaces on like the split screen online like seasons.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you and I'd hop on, play like against some scrubs online, like just hop on the same team for like 2 hours, just rip through games.
Yeah.
We were low-key nice with it, dude. I like how like our friend group in college kind of had like also like a smaller group of like FIFA/soccer heads. Like you'd go to a party at Beaver and like Carl would be on the Xbox like playing FIFA, like running through kids in the middle of like 40 people. Or then it'd be like even like when Waldo got into it for a while, like he's not like a huge soccer head, but like we had everybody on that shit. That and Chell, dude. You remember when we used to do the fucking four on a screen on one team on Chell? We couldn't do shit,
Chell.
Dude.
I love me some Chell.
Dude, me, you, Waldo, and Jake on the Chell like online co-op or whatever. Like that was good shit, dude. That was always a good side.
So many games.
Many games, dude. Well, because we'd be sitting there just chasing the puck, like baked out of our minds on the couch. Everyone was puck chasing, dude. And
everybody was puck chasing. Yeah, dude, you got to play with some composure and like you really got to mind like your position in
Your
hockey.
position, especially if you're a defender, dude. Like if you get caught
Yeah,
lacking, like you're fucked.
yeah. That's the thing. Like in FIFA, there's the field's so big and there's so many players that like if somebody doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, like it's no
It kind of
biggie,
doesn't
bro.
affect the game. Yeah, it doesn't affect the game
Yeah,
as much as Chell, as where it's like, bro, if you're out of position for half a second, we could be fucked.
yeah. Literally, like you could get beat just with like a quick pass and whoop. Okay, you're on the other way. Two
Dude,
on
it was
one,
always
cross crease goal.
it was always so funny when like we would go down by like 2 or 3, and then we'd just start hitting everyone. It'd be like going out of our way to just take someone clean off the boards and hear the commentator go, "He's hammered.
He's hammered.
He's reefed." We'd have like
I be
3
saying
people in
that shit to
in the
Lex all
penalty
the
box.
Like if we're out, we're like, he's hammered, and then I'm like, oh, she doesn't get it because she never played Chell with us at Beaver. Huh?
He's reefed. What the fuck are you talking about? 3 guys in the penalty box because we couldn't just stop hitting everyone. It'd be like a 5-on-2 for half the game.
Dude, it really would be.
Oh man.
Want to play some seasons tonight after this?
Yeah, kind of. I still gotta eat dinner still.
Yeah, me too. That's fine, dude. Just be quick. Heat your shit up. Let's get on the 6 while I wait for this thing to get up.
While we can. Alright, say fucking less, dude.
Alright, bet. Let's get it. Have you watched more of Succession?
I have not, unfortunately.
That's okay.
I have to watch the new episode of Mando and then Dave tomorrow, and then I'll probably Succession's like my third go-to right now. Like if I'm caught up on Mando and Dave, then I'll watch Succession.
That's fair. I'm up to. I just finished episode 5, I believe. That's the one where all the Mandalorians go to Navarro and save the day from the pirates. But they don't save the day because the whole city gets fucked up. But they do get the pirates out of there.
So you're like you're 2 behind. I'm 1 behind. You're 2 behind.
Okay, I think that was like my favorite episode.
That was a good ass episode, and they all like what's her name, the Mandalorian like armorer tells Bo-Katan to like, you can take your helmet off, and we just need to go unite all Mandalore to like take back Mandalore.
Yeah, I don't know who the people that they're talking about are. You know what I'm talking about. Like
the people that they're trying to unite with.
Yeah.
It's just
she
like
says that she saw.
It's just the Mythosaur.
Mythosaur, yeah.
The Mythosaur. Remember in the episode where they went down into the water, like into the caves of Mandalore, and he like bathed in the water or whatever. Remember that giant ass thing, like the like monster thing, like at the end, that came out of the water. That was the Mythosaur.
Why is that important?
It's like a Mandalorian like legend. Like it's not supposed to be real. It was just used as a metaphor because like back in like Mandalorian like times, like that was like what they based off like the power of the Mythosaur and like what it stood for. But it was like always a myth because it's a Mythosaur. Like it's not real. And then she saw one in the water and she's like, "Yo, I saw a fucking Mythosaur." And the armorer was like, "Bitch, no way." But maybe. All right, let's go reunite Mandalore. Like that's why the Mythosaur like showed itself, is to be like, "Yo, we're Mandalorians. We fuck shit up. Like, get together." Because the Mandalorian culture was split between people who didn't take their helmets off and who would take their helmets off because they're like, "Fuck the way." You know how they're always saying, "This is the way." Yeah. That's like their.
So the Mythosaur
mantra.
Are like, "Fuck the way," and they took their helmets off and they stayed. And now what?
No, the Mythosaur is like the actual fucking monster in the water.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But like that monster appearing to Bo-Katan was assigned to like unite Mandalore with the people that were like, "Fuck the way."
Are there people still
like,
there?
There's not on Mandalore because Mandalore is supposedly like destroyed. They just like dispersed throughout the universe. That's why they're trying to like get out all the Mandalorians together to become one again, because the Mythosaur appeared on Mandalore and they're like, "Oh, that must be a sign." So they're just like banding together, whether it's "This is the way" or "Fuck the way," and they're gonna like retake Mandalore. Just deep in Mando culture, dude. I love it.
Yeah, I kind of wish that I could watch them with you and ask you questions as we go.
I'd be glad to do that. Like I love showing people. That's what I did with Maggie and like the Avengers. Like, so we went back and we watched like Infinity War and Endgame first, because that's when we got our new sound system. I was like, yo, we got to watch these movies. It's gonna rock our fucking shit. So we watched it, and she was like super into it and loved like Infinity War and Endgame. And she's like, all right, well, now we got to go back and watch like all the Marvel movies. And she's like, I'm just gonna ask you anytime I have a question. So I've just been like filling in the gaps for her, and she's like learning the whole story but backwards.
Yeah, that's good shit. That's like my favorite way to watch something. Like if Lex is watching something, I'll just like, sometimes I'll just be like, fuck it, I'm taking a break from work. I'll go sit down on the couch, and like sometimes she's watching something, and I'll be like, I'll just ask questions. I'm like, oh, why did that happen? Like, why did that person say that? Like, why were they whack like that? And then she'll give me like the background on it.
Yeah, dude, I do that too with I'm gonna say it now. Like, I like Chicago PD, the show Chicago PD, but she's been like watching it for like a few months now because there's 10 seasons of it. So it just like randomly came on one night, and she's like, "Oh, I kind of like this. Let me watch it." Now she's like 10 seasons deep, but like that's her go-to show when I'm not like watching TV with her. But like I'm low key mad into it now because like I understand the characters and the development, and like anytime I have a question, I'll just be like, why is this guy freaking out? She'll be
Do
like,
they
oh,
like
well,
reenact real calls?
No, it's like SVU, but it's like Intel Police Department in Chicago.
Because I feel like I watched Chicago Fire a little bit, or one of the Fire Johns.
Chicago Fire.
Like, and like they were like reenacting like real calls, or at least I thought it was reenacting real calls.
I think it's just like the SVU type of shows, but you got Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD. So it's just like stories of like fire department that would handle police department and medical. But PD's good.
Let's watch this one, John, with the blind girl and her dog Peanut. And I watched like, yeah, bro. Peanut is literally Lex's favorite character. I'll be like, yo, honestly, like this main character, like she's kind of fucking terrible. And Lex is like, I literally don't care. I literally watch this for the dog. every time the dog is in it, she's like, oh my god, Peanut.
Yo, Peanut cameo.
Yeah.
Lex is just watching through episodes just to see the dog.
She's fast forwarding. Oh, I think I saw him.
Oh, go back. Oh, that's
there
funny.
He is.
Does she have like a go-to show? Like, is that her go-to show?
No. She finished that, and that's not like a rewatcher. She, when she doesn't have anything else, she watches All American. She doesn't like really like All American, but she doesn't have anything she's like super into right now. So when there's new episodes of All American, she'll watch that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, dude. She doesn't really watch too much.
She watch Mando with you?
No, not really into Star Wars, but I think one day she'll watch. I'll probably watch that with JT.
That's right. Dude, JT's gonna be. If you're not gonna put him on Star Wars, Uncle Johnny will put him on to Star Wars.
I'll put him on Star Wars, dude. I might start with Mando though. I might just be like, all right, we're gonna do new Star Wars. You don't have to watch the old ones, but if you want to, I'll certainly watch them with you.
Right. I feel like that's like if you like the new stuff, you like the old stuff. So if you're into it, like you can go back and watch.
Yeah, that's the thing. Why wouldn't you introduce them to the best stuff so they can appreciate it overall?
Well, to me, the best stuff is like 2005 Star Wars.
You're old, bro.
But I mean, it's just that's like opinionated. You know what I mean? Like that is, you can ask anyone that question and they're gonna have a different answer. The best stuff,
right?
Like my parents would say the best stuff is from when they grew up, and I disagree with that. And I'd be like, "Oh, you're old, bro."
Exactly.
So you think like the new Star Wars movies? Everyone's like, "Oh, these are the best ones." Oh my god!
No. Honestly, I haven't seen them. I'm only.
Oh, that's right.
Mandalorian. Like I said, that's where I would start him. I think Mando is like some of the best Star Wars that I've seen.
Oh yeah, it for sure is on the like whole scale of things. But like if I have a kid that's never seen Star Wars and they're like, I want to watch Star Wars, I'm like, let's watch Episode 3. That's the best movie. That's the best Star Wars movie. You're getting the best lightsaber action. That's like appealing to kids. You're getting like the best story. You get Darth Vader at the end. You get a bunch of action. I'm not gonna be like, Episode 4, Season 2, Mando, sit down.
I like the one where they get Luke and he races, and he wins.
You get Anakin. That's Episode 1.
Yeah. And that's a good one.
I'd show him that one too. That's what I'm saying. 2001 to 2005, best Star Wars. Movie wise.
I mean, so
I think
but
Mando's the best Star Wars show.
Yeah, me too, but I haven't watched any other ones, so I'll have to go back and watch all the Star Wars, or I could just wait until JT's old enough.
You know what show comes out soon, I think, is Ahsoka. Remember that?
I don't know what that is.
The girl from season 1 who told Mando Grogu his name, like before he was just Baby Yoda, and then he's like, oh, his name is Grogu. Like he told me his name is Grogu. She's got the blue lightsaber and like the long like blue tails on her head.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be good. She's gonna have a lightsaber and she's like an actual Jedi. It's not just like a Star Wars universe story. It's like a story about Jedi. Dude, you don't remember last season when Grogu went to train with Luke Skywalker for a little bit?
No.
You don't remember any of that part?
Dude, I don't remember shows at all. I don't remember anything at all long term.
Season 2, Mando, when it's like, all right, you got to choose if you want to go train as a Jedi or you want to choose as if you want to stay with Mando, and he chooses to stay as a Jedi for a little bit, and then eventually chooses to go back with Mando because that's like his dad or whatever. It was like the whole purpose of season 2.
Huh.
Well, Ahsoka was there, is what I was saying. She was training him with Luke. And then Grogu was like, fuck y'all, I want to be Mandalorian.
And then he jumps over that kid and said, pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, dude, you saw that? My man got hops.
Yeah, kid's nice.
Pop, pop, pop.
He didn't even want to do it to him. He was like, yo, Pops, dude, man, that's raising me. I can't just be flexing like that.
He really was flexing, bro.
And Mando was like, nah, bro, you're straight.
Yeah, he's like, no, he's got this.
He's
got this. Well, just trust the process. And then Grogu gets hit twice, and he's like, all right, I'm time to teach this boy a lesson. Fucking force flips over a guy. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I bet all the Mandalorians were like, oh, what the fuck is this thing? Little frog jumping around.
That was the best part of the show.
I said, Din, you got this little frog that's flipping around doing floating tricks. What the fuck? Where have you been? Yeah, bro, he's 50 years old. He's chill.
50? How you mean?
Yeah, that's how old Grogu is.
I know.
He's still got 750 years, bro. Oh, that's gonna be sad when Din fucking dies of old age and Grogu's like, all right, well that was 50 years. Now what?
Yeah, literally.
Dude, living to 800's gotta suck. What do you do after 400 years of just seeing everyone die?
Jump over a motherfucker.
Oh, dude, you know the episode
You're just hitting your stride at 400, dude.
yeah, you really are, bro. You're still growing.
You're like, word, I'm starting to get the hang of this thing.
Oh, 400, dude? It's yeah, I still got another 400? Bro, I'm young. When you hear, yo, I'm 400 years old. Damn, you're just a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's crazy, Matt. I couldn't. After 100 years, I'm good. I think I've seen everything I could possibly see. There's nothing else to learn or that I care about learning after 100 years, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
imagine being 100 and being like, all right, only 1/8 of the way done.
If I make it too long, I'll probably just if I'm healthy, I'm probably just gonna hit a little lethal injection action, call it a day.
100. If I'm 125,
yeah,
good.
If I'm 120, here's the thing: everyone that I love's probably dead.
I can't move, and I don't want to be here anymore.
But maybe I can move. Maybe I stay fit. Maybe I'm healthy.
Yeah. What if they come out with some sort of pill you take where it's just all right, you can either fucking just keep living or call it a day whenever you want. You're 200
Suicide
the
pill?
second you stop.
Ooh, dude, 100% effectiveness?
That's terrifying to think about.
That could be a top seller in 2023, bro.
But, dude, I'm sure they're going to have 25, 30 years from now some sort of robotics system, nerve system or something that just makes you, keeps your heart pumping. probably gonna be pretty fucking expensive, but
Yeah, I don't know.
like,
That'd
dude,
be cool.
technology's got to get that smart if it's not already.
Yeah, like I don't see why you couldn't make a heart,
Like, do you
prosthetic
think
heart.
technology is ever gonna get to a point where they can just it creates life?
Here's the thing though, I actually think that I heard that hearts aren't the pumper, actually.
What
It's your
is
lungs.
really?
Yeah, you have to be able to breathe
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, that makes sense.
and your
That makes
lungs like put the oxygen into the heart,
into
and that's what
right.
makes it start going. The heart's more like a valve, and your lungs are really the ones doing the work.
It's a good thing I quit vaping then, huh?
It is a good thing. Yeah,
Um, dude, my brain is all over the place tonight.
that's
I
cool.
just keep thinking of like the most random things. But
That's cool.
Maggie and I did a paint night last night, and I did
Ooh, what'd you paint?
she did like the perfect representation of like a best like her best Bob Ross type of painting. She did like mountains and trees and like a lake, and it looks really nice, right? And I'm over here fucking I do this every time we paint, bro. I'm over here, I'm like looking for ideas on like Pinterest and stuff, and I find this one where it's like Venom, like the Marvel character, like
Yeah,
splattered
yeah.
onto a canvas. And I'm like, I'm gonna paint this. Fucking 4 hours later, dude, it's like 12:45 at night, and I'm still painting this goddamn thing. Maggie's over here; she's been done for 2.5 hours, and she's got a beautiful painting of the mountains and like the sky with some clouds, and she put a little ripple effect in her water. I'm over here, I'm like, I gotta fill in these holes in this splatter, dude. I'm like, who do I think
Does
I
she
am,
watch Bob
bro?
Ross?
Um, she doesn't, but sometimes I'll throw it on like to fall asleep too, and then it's on YouTube, so like we'll wake up at like 4 a.m. and Bob Ross is still sitting there like
Still
whispering
on.
to us, like painting. It's kind of nice, honestly.
We don't have a TV in the room, and I think I like it.
In your bedroom?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, I it's like one of my habits that I don't like about myself is I always need the TV on.
yeah.
No, I don't need it. Like if I'm in a situation where I don't have a TV in my room, like I'll just like I could fall asleep, but like in my personal bedroom, like sometimes I just be like staring at the wall. I'm like, damn, I'd rather spend this time watching something or doing something. But then that's what really fucks me because that's what keeps me up ultimately.
I think that's how Lex feels, but honestly, I think if something was on, she would fall asleep.
Yeah, Maggie falls asleep with it on. Like I always watch TV and she falls asleep first pretty much every night. But she
That's
falls
how it
asleep
would be if
so
we had it on.
easily, dude. I don't
Yeah, and then it's
understand it.
like,
She just like she
so
puts her
then
head
for
down and is
me,
asleep in 5 minutes. I don't know how she does it. I wish I could do it.
maybe I gotta get a TV in the room. Put something on, watch literally one episode of something. Lex will be sleeping halfway through, and then I'll be like, all right,
Yeah,
time to
dude,
bed.
I'll usually just like throw something on and like put a timer on the TV for like an hour. So like if I fall asleep, like the TV will turn off, and after I'm asleep it's fine. But like if I don't fall asleep, then I'll just like add another hour on and like all right, maybe I'll fall asleep now. But like it's usually always on when my brain turns off.
Yeah, I like sleeping in the dark though. So I was just like, all right, let me make sure this gets Lex to bed, and then I can just turn this off and chill
And then just
and
yoink.
go put myself to sleep.
Yeah. There's nothing better about like a super dark room when you're sleeping too.
Yeah,
It's nice sometimes, dude, because like especially now, like we have our windows open a little bit since it's been warmer, and like if I have the TV off and like I can just like hear the train like going by every now and then, or just like have some sort of like background noise. I think that's all it is. It's just the noise.
yeah. We have a humidifier in our room now. Dude, it's made me such a spoiled brat. When I was in Houston, I was like, bro, I'm so stuffed up, and I think it's because I don't have a humidifier here. Um, and like that thing makes a little bit of noise.
I was thinking about getting one of those, honestly, dude, because I feel like we would really just need one for like our whole house.
Yeah, we just have one in our bedroom.
I've had like the worst like nasal allergies, throat allergies, I think of my life this year, dude. Like I'm still remember the other
Hit
day
the
last
salts.
week when we recorded? I could. I wish I had some sniffing salts, dude. Um but last week when we recorded, remember I was like, bro, I think I have COVID or something. It was just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
really
yeah.
bad allergies, and it's still like my throat is still like kind of on fire from it. But like everything else is gone. Except like I
I
blow
had
my
a
nose
little
more
bit
than
of
usual, but
allergies the day we got back, or the day after we got back from Florida.
I
That was
wonder if
it.
it's. I want Maggie said it's because it's just North Carolina in general, and like it makes sense because it's like my first real allergy season here. Like I moved I moved to North Carolina last June, so it was like kind of past like allergy season already when I lived here. But then obviously this is my first spring, and every time I come back from somewhere, it's the worst, dude. Like San Diego came back, melted me. Virginia came back, melted me. Georgia, when we went to Savannah, came back, melted me. So I think
maybe it was after Savannah I felt sick for like a day.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling great after Savannah.
That wouldn't surprise me though, dude. I was probably so run down, dude, after that drive home.
Yeah, I was gonna say
after that weekend and then that drive home.
Weekend drive home and then like straight into like a Monday. Like that's tough.
Yeah.
But hopefully I'm almost past it now because I would like to not feel like shit every time I go outside.
That would be good. We got this big tree in the front yard, and that thing sheds pollen like a motherfucker. And Lex hates it. Lex wants to just cut the fucking branches that there's no more limbs, and it's just like a fucking tree.
It's just a stick.
I'm like, look, we're not doing that. If we're having a tree, we're gonna have a tree. And if we're gonna get it taken down, we're gonna get the whole thing taken down. But I can't afford to get the entire fucking tree taken down right now. So unless you can, and that's what you want to spend a couple $1,000s on, be my guest.
Yeah, we're gonna have this tree.
And she's like, well, what if, like, you just pay half and you get it you just get like all the shit cut off. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'd rather deal with the pollen that's gonna fall. It's bad though. It's bad.
Yeah, but it's a few weeks and then you're like usually in the clear. See, it's really just like that initial. But that's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know. This year's like allergy season's been rough for your boy.
Well, I hope it gets better for you.
Me too, man. It's just
and I hope if any of our listeners are, feeling down with the allergies, dude, I hope it gets better for you too.
Warm weather is right around the corner.
It is, dude. It was 84 degrees and sunny today, and I was inside all fucking day, cold, shivering in this air conditioning because I had to fucking work all day. I didn't go outside until 6:30. I went outside. I said 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm gonna go outside and roll this joint and sit outside in like the real world for a little bit.
And just be alive and not in front of a screen all day.
Yesterday, when I was grilling my steaks, I smoked, and I had socks and shoes off in the grass, in the dirt, running around chasing Benjamin for like a half hour.
That's a nice little. That's like a nice little connection to your Mother Earth. Little battery charge.
Dude, you gotta get connected to Mother Earth. That's why he's so healthy, because he fucking lays out there. He gets mad sun. He's always like touching the ground. I'm not touching the real ground enough. I'm always in socks and shoes.
I know Kyla, like her paws are like fraying again. And Maggie has she thinks it's because like after like a week after we give her a bath or something, like affects her paws. But her paws will like fray a little bit, and then she'll start to like bite at them, and then it like hurts her. So like she'll like hobble around on like her back paw for like a few days. And Maggie had to put like this cream on her today, but I feel bad, dude, because like our backyard is straight up just like sand and like not comfortable grass. So like taking her out there with her paws, and she's just like, I just need to poop.
Ben like sliced his shit open probably on a piece of glass out back, honestly. And they like Lex like doctored him up. I think this was when we were in Savannah, actually. Lex like doctored him up, and then he just like limped on it for a day, and then healed itself. Yeah, he limped on it like a little bit more, like the next day. All right,
dude, dogs are straight up just toddlers, bro. Just like brush it off, fucking throw a Band-Aid on it, and keep going.
Keep it moving. Yeah, dude, they heal so nice. He's a toddler. He's only 7, so we got what? 97 more years to go?
90s, yeah.
He's not even 7. I think he's 5.
And Kyle's 8.
That's good toddler age.
That's good Tyler, the Creator age.
Yeah. That'll be the next kid. Tyler, the Creator.
Tyler, the Creator, still well. Could you imagine? Yo, we're having our second kid. Oh, what are you going to name him? Tyler, the Creator. Big Tyler fans, huh? Nah, not really.
My mom said that we should name him Alec Bohm.
Alec Bohm Stillwell. You should just name him Alec Bohm too.
Alec Bohm Jr., but totally unrelated.
Not even Junior, just 2. The second version.
Yeah, my mom was like, yeah, you should name your next kid Alec. I like that name a lot, blah, blah, blah.
This is kind of a nice name.
She's buying his jersey.
Bohm?
Yeah,
She's a big Bohm guy.
she is now, I guess. Oh, this season all of a sudden. I was telling my
Hey,
dad before the game, I was like, I think Bohm's my favorite Philly to watch this year.
over
I mean,
Schwarby and his butter slice swing, dude.
I don't know, dude. It's close. It's one of those two. I love Schwarby, but
Trey
I
Turner,
like Bomer, dude. He's just I mean, like, I'm glad when he does well, and but I kind of like expect it, and like that's what you're getting paid to do, so it's a little different.
right? Yeah,
He hasn't earned it. He hasn't earned like my respect yet as a Philly.
yeah, that's
Um,
fair. Still new.
yeah, he's been good. He's been really good. But I mean, 'cause we're fucking 12 games into the season, into his entire Phillies career. But yeah, dude, Bohm, just like the growth in him, and like he's been like pretty hot to start the season. So like having a lot of fun
Plays a
watching him
nice
play.
third. Yeah, he plays a nice third.
And he fills in at first too. Derek Hall was at first the other day, and he got hurt. He injured his hand sliding in the second or something like that. So then Bomer went over to first. I think they put Edmundo Sosa at third.
Edmundo.
Yeah, but that it's kind of like upsets me because like I'd rather Bohm get those reps at third and like be on that hot corner. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like than be wasting time at first because somebody else can't play
second
first.
string first baseman. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought Schwarby plays first base.
sometimes.
You should just stick him at first base indefinitely. That man can pick it at first. Played first base for the Red Sox.
Yeah, put him at first, and then you could have Costi permanently out and right. Brandon
Yeah.
Marsh in center.
Brandon Marsh.
Jake
That
Cave in left.
Dude, Brandon Marsh is a caveman.
He is, bro.
Fucking soaking wet hair like down past his neck, fucking giant fucking beard, scruggly, just up there. I'm Brandon Marsh.
And then hit dingers.
That's how I imagine Brandon Marsh, just fucking shagging fly balls in center field and fucking cutting down a tree to make his own baseball bat, dude.
Just a second, I'm just finishing
Lumberjack Marsh. Yeah. Fuck, I just broke my bat. Let me go cut down a tree. That's how I imagine Brandon Marsh.
I feel like he's been having an okay year, if not better.
Yeah,
he's got a few home runs.
It's still early to tell anything when people are like, oh, he's on fire. It's like, dude, it's been 12 games.
Unless you're Jordan Walker with a 12-game hit streak, I don't want to hear it.
Fucking Judge is on like a 45 on base streak right now, dating back to like last August.
That's pretty good.
Been like 45 games in a row he's gotten on base, whether that be like walk, hit, or whatever.
Yeah, he gets walked a lot.
He do. That man is huge. He has a giant strike zone and he still gets walked a lot because people are scared.
Yep. They are scared, dude. I remember when DraftKings had a fucking Aaron Judge to get a hit boosted to plus 100.
Boosted to plus 100.
All right, dude. Yeah, of course Aaron Judge is going to get a hit. No, didn't get a hit because he got intentionally walked like 3 or 4 times.
4 times.
DraftKings gave the money back and then said, okay, same thing tonight.
Did they really?
So I doubled down on it. Yeah. It was a 50 it was 50 bet max. So I bet 25 the first time. They gave it back and it was still $50 max. So I was like, all right, you gave it back to me straight up, double or nothing. Threw 50 down on it and then it hit.
Oh, let's go. Dude, oh my God. Speaking of bets real quick, my friend Nick had a crazy parlay in for the Champions League match today. And it was a $10 play to win just over $4,000. And he needed Real Madrid money line, over 2.5 goals, Real Madrid halftime result, Real Madrid to have 5 or more shots on target, Benzema anytime goal scorer, Vinny anytime assist, Vinny to have 1 or more shot on target, and Benzema to have 1 or more shot on target.
Yeah.
And he went, I think he had like a few other plays in like the Milan game, but I can't see. But he went like, I think it was like 10 or 11 for 13 on his parlay.
Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't get the halftime.
No, they
didn't
did.
get the. Oh, really?
Yeah, they went up 1-0 in like the 22nd minute or something, and
What
it was a Benzema goal. 2-0
2-0?
2-0, I think.
I think it was 2. I think it was Asensio came on in the 70th and scored.
Yeah, and yeah, you're
something.
right. It was 2-0. I like tapped out at the 80th minute,
and,
like right
and
after
Vinny
he scored
had
that
both
goal.
goals, or both assists.
Both assists, yeah. But I don't know if the over on
his
5
shots
or more
hit,
shots hit. Yeah,
and not the over on the total.
Yeah, 2.5 didn't hit. And I think like one other one in his Milan. I think he had like Milan money line, or not Milan. Who'd they play?
Napoli.
Napoli. He had Napoli money line.
That's bold. They lost. I think was it 1-0?
Yeah, I think he took the under, but then like had Napoli winning it like 1-0 or 2-0 because I think it was the line was at 2.5. But yeah, he's like, dude, that would have been. And he's not like he doesn't sports like he really just watches soccer. Like he doesn't follow like any other sport really. It's just like he's like just a huge Chelsea fan. So it's like he hops on there and does like one parlay like every fucking like 2 months maybe, and he's like, yeah, $10 on here, see what happens. And he sent me like halftime a screenshot of like 6 of them all green beamed already, and he was like, dude, I'm sweating. I was like, yeah, that'll happen. Bro.
I would be too. That's dope.
Could you imagine just quick 4Gs just off of like a random like, yeah, I think this will happen.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
My tax return hit my direct deposit the other day, $200. Whoop whoop.
Ugh, I have to pay mine in 3 days.
Boo-hoo. All right, mother suckers. Have a great weekend. Oh yeah, Man City beat Bayern 3-0. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Man City and both Real going up into the second leg in good positions. And those games will be played next week, so I guess we'll have an update for you at the very end of the quarterfinal of Champions League legs.
Yep, that'll be it. Whoop, whoop. All right, see ya. Have a great weekend.
I thought you were subbing smooches for whoop whoop.
No. See ya. Have a great weekend, and tell somebody you love them. Give them a hug. And some
smooches.